There we go.
What's up, Lawrence?
Sorry about that.
Sounds like a new account.
There was no sound for a second. Sorry about that. The microphone had turned itself off for some reason. Oh, because my computer restarted last night.
Yeah.
And I forgot to check.
Yeah.
My bad.
I changed the lighting a little bit. I added a little bit more lighting.
Yeah, I was complaining about it. I was just like, why is it so bright in here?
I was like, man, that's good enough. She's like, no, it's too bright.
No, it's too bright. I don't like that. I don't like that glaring.
Yeah. Okay. So Zach's here. Grantha's here. Got a new person. Lawrence is here. What's up, Lawrence?
I mean, they may have been here before.
Never heard of Lawrence. That must be a new one.
Yeah.
And today is our Friday Sidetracks, which is that's when we're going to take you out of this motherfucker into the weekend.
I mean, we're not going to literally take you out.
No, we're going to escort them out.
Don't
worry. We're going to escort you out into the weekend as we drink and talk about anything that comes up.
Talk about bullshit. No topic.
There's no topic.
A free for all. I mean, within.
It's basically Open Lines Friday.
Within reason.
Most shows had an Open Lines Friday because you don't really want to prepare for Friday because the weekend's right around the corner.
I know, right?
The party, so you just come up here and you
it's
wait.
I've been working all week. I just wanted to talk about fun shit.
Yeah, and you talk to the subscribers and anything they want to talk about, we'll just fucking talk about it from memory because we're like that. We can remember. We can remember fucking show topics.
Speak for
the most
yourself.
part. Well, all the popular ones, all the popular subjects, we can just do that by memory.
Yeah. Zach says, had a hell of a last few days. Woke up to news friend died Wednesday.
Oh, shit.
Later that morning, my dad had a heart attack. He's out of the hospital now, thank God, and this morning, my boyfriend broke up with me.
Shit.
Holy
Everybody's
cow.
dying.
Bad things happening.
Yeah. Your booty running off.
Oh, no.
Either that or, I don't know if you're a bottom or a fucking top, but fucking, I don't know what you lost. Did you lose dick or did you lose booty or it might have been both. Who knows? You might have been a power trader where you kind of like trade up. I don't fucking know.
That sounds more fun.
Yeah, I can understand. Your significant other left you.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty
That's
sucky.
right.
And then your dad had a heart attack. I mean, thank goodness he's okay.
Your dad had a heart attack and all that shit.
And then a friend died.
Yeah, and Zach's been a friend of the show for fucking over 10 years.
Yeah, he's been here a while.
I raised that motherfucker from a young pup. I raised him from a child. Yeah. That's my gay son.
It is weird how, I guess if some people started listening to the show when they were young, it's like your whole childhood.
I had a message one time to me because Tom, man, fucking thank you for the show. So I grew up listening to you, and I was like, oh wait, hold on, what?
Wait.
Grew up listening to you? He was listening to me in high school. Yeah, and he's a grown man now. And I was like, yeah, I guess it does kind of feel that way when you're that age. Because to me, that's no time at all. That's like 6 or 7 years, 8 years. But yeah, I'm raising motherfuckers out there. It's fucking funny. This is how it is, though.
I keep telling you should probably do like a channel that was like raising boys out there.
Oh yeah, raising boys.
That don't have dads or whatever.
I can raise girls too. I've raised girls.
Yeah.
Jen knows.
So
I raised Sophie.
Yeah.
She's been on the show before I raised Sophie. She was listening to the show forever. Yeah.
There's actually a guy, I can't remember what his name is, but he has this really cool, like, very wholesome, like, YouTube channel. And it's specifically for guys who didn't have a dad, like, when they were growing up. And he shows them how to do, like, dad stuff.
Yeah.
Like, how to tie a tie and, like, how to shave and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? It's, like, for teenagers and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's really sweet. Like,
that's a good idea.
Yeah, for kids that didn't have a dad.
Yeah.
Shows them how to do dad stuff.
Yeah.
Like, man stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's super nice. Granther says, I was channel jumping last night and landed on To Live and Die in L.A. Pretty sure it's the first Willem Dafoe movie out there. Have y'all seen it? Probably came out in 85 or 86. I saw it, but it was a long time ago, and I don't really remember much of anything about it. I'm pretty sure that, I was going to say Willem Dafoe's first movie, I think, was The Hunger, but he was only in it for, like, 2 seconds.
Yeah,
and had, like,
he was
one
at
line.
the telephone. At the payphone.
Yeah, he was, like, at the payphone booth.
Yeah.
And, but, you know, I guess it doesn't really count because it was kind of like an extra. But he did have a line, so...
Yeah, he had a line.
You get paid more if you have a line. You're not considered just an extra.
No, Dafoe has a long fucking history of badass flicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of cool shit. And it was because of that. He was getting selected. I think a lot of it has to do with popularity contest. You know, you have friends in the industry, you know, cool movies coming up, you're going to get in it.
Yeah.
So... But he's good. I first noticed Defoe in Platoon. I think that might have been his first really big role. He was great in that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was the Army Jesus. Do you remember Platoon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Grandpa says, please put it on the roster. I absolutely will. I was actually thinking about rewatching it not too long ago because I saw it while I was scrolling through something. To look at what I wrote. To live and live. Jesus Christ, what the fuck am I doing? This is what happens when I'm trying to talk and write at the same time. But yeah. Lauren says, I'm not really new. I've been listening to you two for a very long time. Oh, it's okay. Okay. October Wraith. That's like, yeah, I remember that name. I just didn't realize it was the same person because I know that they had a thing where you have to like change everyone's. They had to change everyone's names.
Poor President fan said we're not on the screen. It's black. That must have been. We must have corrected that already.
I mean, the screen. I'm pretty sure the screen wasn't black. Nobody else said anything. There was no sound at the beginning.
Yeah.
But that was because the microphone turned itself off, as it does.
Right.
CB says, Tom and Jenny, have you seen Alien Earth on Disney Plus? It's really good. Yeah, we watched it on.
I liked Alien Earth.
It was on Hulu, so for us, and we watched it when it came out.
I liked Alien Earth. The whole thing with the synth girl and the alien. Some people didn't really like that. How that was handled. But let's see how they're gonna. Let's see how they'll. I thought it was okay. It was possible that a synth with a human soul could maybe control a xenomorph, because you see, she wasn't biological, so the xenomorph couldn't impregnate her. So maybe she could do something. Maybe she might be able to negotiate with it. The thing I didn't really like about it is that I would have always thought that a xenomorph would have communicated by some kind of means like cellular waves or radio, not audio. That's how I'm imagining that creature. And I would have thought that a synth would have found another way to communicate with a xenomorph that a human couldn't do. Like through radio waves or cellular, like get a Bluetooth connection, something like that. This whole little whisper thing.
She's the alien whisperer.
I don't really think that's like an alien whisperer. I don't think that's plausible. I thought it would have been better if she would have somehow accessed it through a Bluetooth connection, through a cellular. Because they're silicone based, so I don't think they're totally biological. I think they're a living machine, because when H.R. Giger first envisioned this creature, he called it the biomechanoid, which means living machine man. And then in the first movie, they say that it's silicone based, so it's a living machine that can reproduce with a biological organism. So I think you would communicate it with something fucking like cellular or radio. I think that would have been better.
Yeah.
But I'm not writing this motherfucker.
Well,
they're gonna hire
character.
Inferior writers to come up with this shit. If they wanted a super good story, they would have fucking hired me and Jen. And I'd be like, Jen could have come up with some shit. I'd be like, no, this is radio, or fucking Bluetooth connection. A synth would be able to do that. Wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a couple more super chats. Gramther sent us a super chat. Thank you very much, because he wants us to do To Live and Die in LA. We still got to do Spring Breakers and a couple of other movies too. But I'm writing them all down on my little scraps of paper that I eventually... I'm so fucking organized, you guys. You don't even know. And also, Zach sent us another super chat. Thank you very much. He said, breaking up with the boyfriend. Probably my mistake, trying to make things work with an asexual dude who wanted to be monogamous when I'm not in the first place. Made it last 6 months, though. Yeah, I kind of feel like you have to be on the same page with that kind of stuff, or it's going to blow up in your face after a while. But, live and learn, right?
DVD Dragon asked me a question.
What's that, Pookie?
He said the Army raised the maximum age of service to 42. Would a TRT Army be possible? Yeah, they already have it. It's called Special Forces. If you go back and talk to guys that were in fucking SF units in the last mission in Afghanistan, and this goes way back to the fucking 90s. Once those guys were in a unit, they could pretty much have whatever they wanted in terms of like health products. That'd be a good way to put it. They could, if they could get their hands on it, they could manage it. They could have it. They were kind of trusted. So I know that during the Afghanistan phase, a lot of those units were messing with testosterone and certain anabolic steroids and protein powders and shit like that. Creatine. They were taking all that. And I was watching a show where one guy was using code saying, yeah, we got big as a motherfucker in our unit. It was like 300, you know, like the movie 300. So we'd be standing out there in formation looking jacked as shit. And they liked it, but they said the only thing that they noticed is that their run times started to decline because you put on that much muscle, it's more cardiovascular stress. It's harder to supply all that muscle during a run. So they started backing off some. That particular military units, really, you don't want them to fucking be shooting for mass, like to become a bodybuilder. You want them to be shooting more for endurance. So there's going to be limits to what you can do in terms of size and limits to what you should be taking. Now, could the regular Army do that? Like the Army Infantry, Airborne, Rangers? No, they couldn't do it. And you definitely couldn't force the dudes to do it. Because if you force these dudes to do it, you open yourself up to lawsuits if something goes wrong. And if the Army were to try to do that, they'd be doing like fucking blood. They'd have to pay for blood work analysis on everybody and all kinds of fucking horse shit. So, no. Now, could an individual soldiers who are over the age of 35 be on HRT and serve in an infantry unit? Yeah. But that's on an individual basis. And the medics would have to be involved in that, and he himself as an individual soldier would have to know what his HRT needs were. So he'd have to know his testosterone dose. He'd have to be injecting himself. They could supply him. He could take Clomid or HCG. Yeah, you could do it. And that would extend the life of a combat soldier out into the 50s, 60s. So yeah, with that, but each individual soldier in that situation would have to know, kind of like a person that had diabetes. That's how you deal with that. You don't put it on the Army to force everybody to do it. You could do it, but here's the thing, man. Army's fucking basic and very dumb. What the fuck was that? Motorcycle went by. It would just have to be on a case-by-case basis. So, yeah, you could do it.
Gramthers is saying about what Zach was saying about the asexual dude. It's like, yeah, some people just don't like sex. I call them first dates only. My wife gave me opposite vibes on our first date. Been married 20 years now. Yeah, it's not the be-all, end-all of a relationship, but you should at least kind of be on the same page about it. You know what I mean?
Let me read this up. They're asking about... horror fans asking about Tom and Jenny. Are you planning to watch Peaky Blinders?
I've been wanting to watch the series. Like, a lot of people have been saying that the movie that they made is not as good as the series was, but it's like I want to watch the series first because literally people have been recommending that series to me forever, and I just haven't got around to it yet.
Yeah.
But I will get to it eventually.
Lawrence said he's not really new. He's been listening for a long time.
Yeah, I said before. Okay, yeah. I know. I already said that a long time ago. CB said, Tom, you should play Atomfall. It's single player, but a fantastic game set in 1962 England after a nuclear disaster. That sounds kind of cool, actually. I've never heard of that game.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
I don't really.
It's a post-apocalyptic survival movie, Atomfall.
Yeah, but like set in the 60s.
All I have is Xbox One. I don't have the newer Xbox. I don't know if it'll download for that. But that sounds like something I would like.
Because how old is the Xbox One now at this point?
Oh, probably 10 years old, huh? Maybe more.
We were wondering about it because, like I said, we watch like streaming apps through the Xbox.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is the issue or not, but it's like some of the apps I have a lot of problems. Like especially HBO Max, which sucks because I watch a lot of stuff on there. They have a lot of really good true crime shows and shit like that. But you can't watch a single episode of anything without it just like hanging up.
Yeah.
And saying you're offline, and then like you have to back it up and like do it. It's like pain in the ass. It just crashes all the time.
It crashes.
The other ones don't do that as much. Amazon does it a little bit. YouTube never does. Tubi, I don't usually have too many problems, but every now and then I do.
It might be time for a new Xbox. But I think those things are like $400, $500.
Yeah, so I can't really afford that right now, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oracle is here. Petite size Chronic says Tom is sexy.
Chronic says Tom is sexy. Yeah, it's just...
He knows.
Of course. Of course. Just fucking contact me after the show. Fucking I'll give you my fucking information. I got photographs.
He's got photographs.
Yeah, photographs cost money.
He's pimping his own ass out.
That's what I do. It's all love, though. It's love. I fully understand. No judgment. Yeah. I like pictures, too.
I'm just trying to get people to send you pictures.
Why do you think I have such a gay following? What the fuck you talking about?
I always laugh like when he doesn't do this every night, but it's like whenever he goes to take a shower in the evening, and then like he'll come in the bedroom with just his underwear on and he'll start like twerking and stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Be like dancing and shit.
It's pretty fucking funny.
I'll be like making eye contact.
Yeah, because I'm like sitting there on the bed with Pookie in my lap.
Yeah, but the cat's there too. The cat's like, what the fuck is going on?
What is Daddy doing, Mommy?
It's like, you too, bitch. I can't help it. It's just my nature, you know.
It's natural.
Being a man whore was like in my DNA.
It's man whore DNA.
Just man whore DNA.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
Yeah. Figured you got up to some shit at the biker bar today. Probably.
Yeah. Tomorrow's fucking club night.
I know. Then it's the 80s night.
Mm-hmm.
Last Saturday was Memento Mori, which is also fun, but that's kind of more industrial EBM. Like the 80s night is kind of more, there's a lot of overlap, but it's a slightly different crowd. And it's a different vibe. It's kind of a more fun sort of vibe. They got all the videos going and everybody's being silly and it's pretty fun. You know what I mean? But I'm really excited. But yeah, he messaged me from the biker bar and he was like, Amy was there. She wasn't working, but I guess
she's on duty.
But he's like, man, she's got this perfume stink all over me. And it's like, you're gonna get me
slutty perfume.
Slutty perfume. It's like, you're gonna get me in trouble with my wife.
Yeah.
I was like, that's how she do it.
Yeah, she's rubbing up on like that, like, you know. And I was like, you can get me in trouble, big fucking titties and shit. I was like, you can get me in trouble, with the slut stink you're putting on me. She's like, I know, you tell her I love her. Yeah, she's a biker mom.
Yeah.
I got a new Jeep. I said, you got a new Jeep? It looks like the same Jeep to me. And she's, come on over here to the Jeep. I said, I ain't going to the Jeep. That's the same old fucking Jeep. No, it's a new Jeep. I'm going to show you.
It looks just like...
Yeah, like, no, that's the same fucking Jeep. That's the same fucking Jeep. Come on in here. I'm going to show you this Jeep. Like, no. I know how they are.
She's going to show you her Jeep.
I know how they are. Yeah, let me show you this Jeep. But that's the game. That's the game.
She's funny.
Yeah, that's the game.
She lives across the street from us.
She lives across the street, yeah.
We always every now and then we always joke that she's gonna turn up on the doorstep one day. Yeah. But so far she never has.
Yeah, she's into both of us.
Because she knows where we live.
She's into both of us. I'm gonna climb in y'all's window. I'll show you guys. I'm gonna show them Amy.
Yeah, I mean I
got videos of Amy.
You have before, but yeah.
Yeah, but they may not have seen it. The people who are listening now. This is a show, Jen. I'm gonna show you. I'll show you, Jen. I'll show you.
CB says, when I'm watching wrestling or boxing or MMA on Netflix, the Wi-Fi starts playing up at 2:45 a.m. every time. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Like, Tom watches stuff on the TV, but usually YouTube. Like, he doesn't usually use the streaming stuff all day, and he doesn't have any problem. But, like, I go in there in the evening and try to watch something on HBO Max or something like that, and it's just such a pain in the ass that I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to go find something else to watch.
Hold on.
Like I said, I like all my true crime shit, but I can't get through a whole episode.
I'm gonna get the fucking.
Okay, don't hold it right up to the camera because you're gonna mess the lighting all up again. And I just fixed it.
Why is it you're getting all that damn slutty perfume stink all over me? What the fuck?
Yeah, so loud.
Oh man, You're so funny. You're so funny. Say hi, Jen. Say hi, Jen.
Yeah, that's her. That's her.
Yeah. I'm telling my wife.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing always.
Yeah. Grandpa says the Long Island killer pleaded guilty today. 7 known victims, probably more never found. He was married with kids.
Yeah.
Architect in Manhattan. Yeah, that's right.
Damn.
That fucking... He was the one that kind of looked like an ogre, right? Remember we did a show about that
Yeah.
motherfucker. I'm
Yeah,
glad they
nasty
they finally caught that guy. But
I remember him.
Yeah. What was his fucking name? Yeah, it was fun. That's shit. I can't remember.
He was killing all those fucking call girls off of fucking Craigslist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they only found out about it, I guess, because that one girl that like disappeared, and they don't even know if she was murdered or not. I suspect she probably was.
Yeah,
but they couldn't tell if it was like an accident or
he
whatever.
also killed that cutie out of fucking out of Las Vegas, right? They just found her foot. Wasn't it the same one?
Well, they did find like pieces.
They found her foot. I think that was it,
or something like that. Yeah. It's like I can't remember all the details offhand, but
yeah,
that was one that was like fucking. I think we did a show about that guy before they knew who he was, and then like after they caught him, we did another like update about it. But yeah, I guess he finally. That seems like a long time ago. God, it takes like so long for like the fucking justice system to. Yeah, so they got his DNA off of a pizza rind.
Damn.
So that's what I mean. You can't get away with shit anymore.
Yeah,
People
you kids can't kill a motherfucker like you used to be able to.
Back in my day.
Back in my day. That's just it's not right. It's not right. They're trying to control everything.
I know, right? I can see some dumb motherfucker making that fucking.
Yeah, you can't even kill a bitch anymore. It's ridiculous.
And dump them in the woods, and then they never find you.
Yeah.
Right. If they preserve that fucking DNA from back then they'll eventually catch up with your ass. I'm actually surprised that that they've caught some of these guys like after all this time. I mean, Long Island serial killer, that wasn't that long ago, but I've noticed every now and then, like I kind of go through to look at cases that I wrote about like in my books, and I'm always kind of surprised like how many of them have been solved. Some of them they haven't solved like who did the murder, but some of them like they've identified like a lot of the victims and stuff that weren't identified for a long time. And CB said Gary Glitter is close to dying in prison. Is that motherfucker still alive? I didn't realize he was still alive.
That fucker there.
We never did do a show about him. We did a show about Jimmy Savile, but we didn't do one about Gary Glitter.
He was the pedo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
That was the British pedo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I started watching a show last night because, like I said, I was watching true crime shit on HBO Max, but I couldn't get it to not stop. You know what I mean? Like, and it was pissing me off. So I went over to Amazon Prime, and I found a show on there. I'm not really sure. I don't think it's that old. But it's like a horror anthology show called Tales from the Void. And it was done by the folks at Bloody Disgusting. And it's actually like adaptations of stories from the No Sleep subreddit. And it's actually pretty good. Like I've watched the first 3 episodes, and it's kind of cool because like they'll do the episode, and then like at the end of each episode, the main guy, like the showrunner, the guy that does the No Sleep podcast, he interviews the person that wrote it, like the original Reddit user that wrote the story, like what their inspiration for it was and stuff like that, which I thought was kind of a neat idea. But I don't know how many episodes are up there, but I think it was made for Screambox, which is that like a horror streaming service? I thought that was the Canadian one or something like that. I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is exactly, because we have Shudder, but
I get them confused. It was Jimmy Savile, Arlen Specter, and then this, what was his name?
Gary Glitter.
Gary Glitter. Those are all the music guys that got busted.
Well, Jimmy Savile wasn't a music guy. He was a TV guy. He was like a TV host.
But he was kind of like he lived like a rock star though, long hair and shit. Jimmy Savile.
Yeah.
He was the one that would go around and fucking pick up chicks out of the orphanages and fuck them.
Yeah.
And get away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, nasty fucker.
Yeah, he was like, that was a fucking horror show. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, we said I watched the Jimmy Savile drama on Netflix and had to stop watching it 5 times. Yeah, we watched that like before we did the show about him.
And somehow people in the royal family knew about it. Wasn't he friends with some people in the royal family that were kind of doing the same
Well,
thing?
he was like super famous. Like I said, it's kind of hard to... You know, when we did the show about Johnny Carson on... He's not a pedophile, obviously, but when we did the show about Johnny Carson, I said, you know, in the U.S., like, Johnny Carson was super famous. It's, like, really hard to overstate how famous he was. And I kind of feel like Jimmy Savile was maybe that level of famous in the U.K. Like, everybody knew who he was. So, that's kind of a good... I mean, you know, young people nowadays don't know who fucking Johnny Carson is.
What was weird is that I'll never forget watching those old fucking clips, even back in the 80s, in the late 80s. It was different back then because you didn't have YouTube and things weren't on demand. But if you had certain VHS tapes, you could see clips of the Sex Pistols and John Lydon talking about Jimmy Savile. Like, I know what he's doing, I know what he's up to. That naughty.
Yeah, some people did know.
And then fucking that TV host was like, oh, what's his name? It was like making a fucking saying, well, we'll talk afterwards. To say that to fucking Susie Sue and shit. And John Light was like, you dirty fucker. you dirty fucker. And Susie was like 16 at that time. And it was weird, you know, because I was a teenager myself. He was older. John Lydon was older than me. But this was like old video material. I'm in Michigan at that time. Fucking watching this shit. And I was like, what the fuck is Johnny Rotten talking about? You know? Turned out he was right. He goes, I know all about that bitch. And I guess fucking... John Lydon and the Sex Pistols and the punk rock scene, it filtered down to their scene of what these people were doing. At least when it came to Jimmy Savile.
I mean, somebody that was that prolific a molester.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's going to get around because people are going to, even if the authorities don't believe them.
Well, Savile might have been hunting from the same group of people that punk rock was, you know, affiliated with. In other words, you know, people who were kind of related to the punk rock scene. Because they were young, too.
Yeah.
So it might have been known that, he's fucking underage punk rock chicks or something.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, William Broad, a.k.a. Billy Idol, said that when he was fucking 15, he could get a hand job anytime he wanted from... punk rock girls. They were older than him, but you know, that was just the way it was back then. Weird. Says, you know, you couldn't get anything out of them but a hand job. 17, 18-year-old punk rock girls fucking jerking off fucking Billy Idol at 15. That must have been a wild ass scene, man.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
CB says, Savile did shit to kids that were dying in the hospital and did shit with bodies in the mortuary. Yeah, I've heard that as well. I think we said that. Yeah,
it's rumored. I don't know if it's true, though. I mean, is there any way to prove that? Or are they just taking a bad motherfucker and imagining it worse than it was? He was definitely going after underage girls in Catholic schoolgirls that were like in troubled homes.
Because he knew no one would believe them.
No one would believe him. He's going after them, and he was going after fucking orphans.
They know what they're doing.
In orphanages. That's some wild shit.
Yeah, I don't understand these kind of people at all.
But he was doing that shit in public.
It almost seemed to me that, like, watching all the documentaries and stuff about him and just, like, watching... You know, I didn't grow up in the UK, so I didn't see him on TV all the time. But to me, it almost seemed like he was getting off on the fact that he was doing the stuff and, like, no one was doing anything.
And getting away with
it. Like, he thought that was funny as shit. It seemed like...
I did see one old UK talk show where one of the hosts was trying to pin him down Who are you seeing? Why are you do you have relationships? Why are you constantly evasive? Who is it that you're fucking? Basically what he said. Who? And he's like, well, I don't know. He goes, no, you're fucking somebody. Who are you fucking?
Yeah.
That's that's an American version of what they were. But I could read between the lines. That's what the British guy was asking him. Who the fuck are you fucking?
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty simple question.
Yeah, who are you fucking? Because you're not fucking anybody in public. You don't have a girlfriend. You're not married. You got all this money.
Or a boyfriend. Like
you're not gay.
He didn't have a normal adult relationship, so
right.
That's kind of fishy.
Yeah, you a fishy motherfucker. And
unless he said something about, I don't really like sex or I don't do that or whatever. Yeah. It's like, yeah, you probably could have done that.
I could tell from the tone.
But yeah,
I could tell from the tone of the questioning that the guy doing the questioning already knew
had already heard that's what was
he had heard,
and he was trying to get him to say.
And he was just like, "You're into these little girls."
Yeah, little vulnerable girls. Yeah. It's fucking disgusting.
Little poor girls in institutions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and that's why he got into all that charity work and stuff like that, because he was, look at like this population.
That fucking takes you back to Johnny Carson. That fucking said some shit about what's his name, fucking Jerry Lewis.
Yeah, see, I'd have to look that up. Like I said, I don't know that much about Jerry Lewis other than never thinking he was funny, even when I was a kid, and the Jerry Lewis telethon where he'd come on and cry for
Jerry Lewis did all these telethons for dying children.
Yeah.
People thought he was funny. I never thought that bitch was funny.
No, I didn't either, even when I was a kid. Like I said, I never really liked that over-the-top zany
bullshit. Jim Carrey style. It was worse than Jim Carrey.
Yeah, way worse.
And
at least Jim Carrey can actually act when he calms down.
But he was doing all these Jerry Lewis telethons on live TV, trying to raise money for these kids. And one of the things that fucking that Johnny Carson said is Jerry Lewis, that man doesn't need to be anywhere near a child or a camera or a live television or a camera or a child. And that was immediately red flag. What is it that Johnny knew about that dude? Children and cameras.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
Like I said, I wrote it down. Maybe eventually we'll do a show about him as well.
Yeah, there's got to be something there.
Like I said, I'd have to look into it because I don't
Johnny
really know much about it.
Johnny wouldn't have said shit about that because he was an expert at fucking throwing shade. He wouldn't have threw that kind of shade if there wasn't something to it. But he was banned from a show.
Yeah.
So there's a reason there.
Gramther says, when we're talking about the serial killer, how he got caught by the DNA on the pizza crust, he said, I did many trash pulls on criminals when I was doing cop shit. The worst are the bags filled with diapers with baby shit and Indian food. Yummy. We were looking for evidence back when people kept written records of stuff, but usually the bags were filled with cat shit and egg shells. Good times. Gramther says he always had C-list entertainers Ciarra, Paul Anka. Oh my God, Paul Anka. He was on a movie that in a movie that was on MST, Girls Town, which actually is not a terrible movie. It's pretty fun, but yeah, Paul Anka was in. Mel Torme was in it too. Now that I'm thinking about it, and the crazy thing was, Mel Torme. The movie came out in the 50s. I want to say late 50s maybe, and kind of your standard, girls get sent to Catholic school for miscreants and kind of thing, and Mel Torme is in it kind of playing a bad guy, and I swear to God he must have only been young in this movie, and he looked like he was about 55 years old. And it's they made a joke about it too, because I was like, holy crap, did he always look like that? I was like, I can't imagine when he had to be young at some point.
Yeah, Oracle jumped in to defend Ciarra, and I got to side with Oracle.
Tom loves Ciarra.
I love Ciarra. I grew up watching Ciarra. Ciarra was a fantastic Spanish guitarist. She's extremely good. And they had people that were masters of Spanish guitar go, yeah, she's good. She's very good. And the thing with Ciarra is that Ciarra wasn't a very good actress. So you couldn't cast her as anything. She was a guitar player and an entertainer, and she just did talk show circuits.
And like game shows and shit.
Yeah, game shows. She was a personality, a TV personality. She is still alive now, and she has a fucking Instagram that I encourage you to go fucking look at Charles' Instagram. She's still gorgeous. She's maybe mid to late 70s, and for a woman of her age, she's just gorgeous. She's still cute and funny. So, and she still plays guitar. And she let me play the guitar for you, for you. For you, and then she play the guitar. She hasn't changed at all, and she does little exercises, and talks about staying in shape. And Ciarra has stood the test of time. She can't make a living like back in the day because talk shows aren't there anymore. Things have changed. But Ciarra's cute, man. She's cute, very talented, very very funny, very friendly woman.
It's funny how many of those personalities from back then. Now that I'm kind of thinking about it, some of them I'm not even entirely sure like what they were famous for.
Famous for being famous.
You know what I mean?
They were personalities.
I'm sure some of them were like comedians and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
They were just what they call personalities.
Yeah.
You could put it in front of a camera. You could put them on Hollywood Squares, and they put on a good show. I mean, fuck, man. This is another era we're talking about. Talk shows and game shows. All centered around L.A., and they would just put people that were personalities on there, and fucking old ladies who were stuck at home would watch daytime television, and moms and shit, young moms would watch them and live vicariously through these people, like Charles Nelson Riley.
I was just gonna say
the queenest of any queen.
Yeah, he was on there.
And Charles was fucking cool.
Yeah, he was funny.
Just all you gotta do is watch an old
Not
episode.
as funny as Paul Lynde.
Paul Lynde was the maximum gay. He was the king of all gays. He was hilarious.
He was such a bitch. I loved it.
He had an extremely great sense of humor, great comedic timing. He was a good dude. He was always fucking drunk on Hollywood Squares, and he was still fucking funny. Charles Nelson Riley would be drunk on the Hollywood Squares, and just being fucking C-3PO gay, just an old queen, He was funny though,
Remember Rip Taylor?
Rip Taylor, even more. Maximum queen. Yeah. Maximum queen. And these were like the folk heroes of fucking women. Women liked them. They were extremely popular.
Everybody likes a funny dude.
And I grew up watching them. I thought they were fucking hilarious, But out of them all, fucking Paul Lynde.
That dude was a riot.
Hilarious, yeah.
That's why they always put him in the center square.
Yeah, he was always in the center square. He could think on his feet and just say the funniest shit, and he'd be fucking. And he'd have a cocktail in his hand when they were asking a question, and he'd hide it, like you didn't see it. He'd be like, they call him center square. He'd put that shit down because they were on the fucking show drunk, doing the game show.
They probably having a fucking ball.
Oh, having a blast, yeah.
Because they filmed several.
There was no social media back then.
Well, they filmed several of those a day, so probably they were getting bored. And
I think they worked a couple days in a row, and it was like 8 hours a day, 9 hours a day,
like they
for
do
3
like
days
3
a
or
week.
4
They would sit there,
episodes
and they do probably three episodes a day or something, and they were drinking through all that. Because you would.
I mean,
why wouldn't you?
I would.
Yeah. And it was a club-like atmosphere.
As long as I didn't get too off
my face. But then they would play
face.
it during the day.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Paul Lynde.
Yeah, that dude. So, fun fact, he also was the voice of Templeton the Rat in the Charlotte's Web cartoon, which I saw a million times when I was a kid. That was one of my favorite books when I was little. Did you ever see Charlotte's Web?
Yeah, so it was good.
About the pig and the spider and the rat.
And what was funny is that in that era, on television, there was no open homosexuality. But it was obvious. It was fucking obvious. They just couldn't say what it was. Yeah. But they constantly fucking goofed on it.
It was really
like goof on.
It was really weird. It's like Because some people say, well, like, the character was gay coded. I'm like, it wasn't even coded.
It
was
coded.
like, they were screaming it, like, in your face.
Yeah.
But it's like, they weren't really allowed to call it that.
Yeah.
But, like, everybody knew that's what it was.
Everybody knew what it was. And they had ways of fucking...
It was a really weird time.
And they would make jokes to let you... They would do a gay joke that you had to understand what they were talking about to read in between the lines. You know what I mean? An adult would understand. A kid wouldn't understand. They just didn't want kids to know. But there was something about having that limitation made it funnier.
Well, yeah, because you had to come up with, like, creative kind of ways to...
Of why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oracle says Henry Gibson was Wilbur. Oh, I didn't know that, actually. I knew him in that role more than Laugh-In. Actually, I remember Henry Gibson. Wasn't he in The Burbs?
Yeah.
Like, wasn't he one of the weird neighbors?
Yeah.
If you haven't seen The Burbs from the 80s, please watch it. It's one of the most underrated 80s comedies of all time. It's like a black comedy, and it's super funny.
What was the other gay
Tom
dude?
Hanks is in
What was the other gay dude? It wasn't Paul Lynde. There was another one. One that the dude jumped off the balcony. The young gay guy jumped off the balcony. Remember he brought a dude home, and he got high. He was dancing on the balcony and fell.
Oh, shit. Now I can't remember.
Brought him back from the gay club.
Granther says we all knew Jim Neighbors was gay as fuck.
Yeah, he was obvious.
Yeah.
He was obvious.
Like I said, it was like everyone kind of knew, but you didn't really talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, even my grandmother said that. She was just like, well, everybody knew when people were that way. You just didn't talk about it.
Yeah, he's a little different.
Yeah. It's like, it's really funny, but I don't know. Oracle says the variety show is sadly a thing of the past. That was a great way to see some truly original performers. Yeah, I mean...
That era's gone.
It is, yeah. Like, you can say we have an equivalent now, like, online, because you can go see people doing whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it's spread out now.
Playing Calliope with their ass or whatever.
Yeah, it's not concentrated in 4 or 5 fucking networks. It's now, you know...
Remember Battle of the Network Stars? Where they would make like all the people from the sitcoms and stuff like do circus tricks.
Yeah.
Like walk on tight ropes and shit. And it's like, ooh, maybe we'll see Suzanne Summers get eaten by a tiger.
Yeah.
Or some shit like that. It's fucking ridiculous. I don't know. It's like everybody watched it though. I'm sure not everybody watched it, but I usually ended up watching pieces of it.
All right, so I got my gays out there. You're gonna have to fucking answer the question. Who was the gay dude from the Hollywood Squares? He's another one.
I know who you're talking about, but I can't think of it right now.
He was real popular. He did a lot of game shows, and he brought a young guy home with him to his apartment, and they were drunk and getting high, and the young guy went out on the balcony and was dancing and slipped and fell to his death like 20 floors.
Yikes.
Who was that?
Yeah.
It wasn't Paul Lynde.
No.
It was the other guy.
Oracle said, was it Charles Nelson Riley?
No. He was younger. He was also funny. Because Paul Lynde was the guy who did fucking on Bewitched, right?
Was he on Bewitched?
Wasn't he on Bewitched?
I haven't seen
Wasn't
Bewitched
he
in a
Uncle
long
Arthur?
time. I don't remember. Oh, and Gramter says Anthony Perkins wasn't a surprise. Yeah,
it was obvious.
I don't think he didn't make a huge... Like I said, it was really weird because it's like it was like on the down low, but not. You know what I mean? Like everybody kind of knew, but you didn't really talk about it. It was just a very strange... Like I said, it's a very strange time.
Let me look up Paul Lynde. I gotta see his face again.
And Gramter says Mike Brady was a surprise. He was the down low OG. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Like, it's surprising how many of them came out later because... I mean, a lot of them you knew, it's like, oh, really? You know what I mean? But, like, yeah, some of them were...
Yeah, it's not Paul Lynde.
I see, yeah, Paul Lynde was Uncle Arthur, says Oracle.
Yeah. It wasn't him.
Yeah, but who you're talking about
He was
wasn't him.
Yeah.
You're going to have to Google that shit.
I'm gonna look.
CB says in the UK for charity, we have comic relief. We had that for a while. I remember there being big comic relief things in the 90s. They'd have, like, a big show with a fuck ton of comedians, and, like, they would... So, I don't think they do it anymore, though. Maybe they still do. I don't know. I don't really follow it anymore. Like I said, I used to follow stand-up comedy quite a lot, like in the 90s, but... And they used to do it back then. I don't remember what charity they did it for, though.
Okay, yeah, that was Paul Lynde.
Oh, okay.
That was the guy that took the guy home and he fell off the ledge.
And he fell off the ledge.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
It was him.
That really put a downer on the evening, wouldn't it?
I was kind of getting confused.
John Gore says the Cowboy star Randolph Scott, but he kept his secret safe. Everyone liked him, so that helped. Yeah, I think even back in the fucking 20s and stuff like that, people knew. It's just, you weren't really allowed to, because it was still kind of technically illegal, so you couldn't really talk about it. But everybody knew, and I kind of feel like most people were at least all right with it. You know what I mean? They'd just be like, okay, whatever. Raymond Burr, that was another one. Sulu from Star Trek. Yeah, I mean, again, not a surprise that wasn't, but
well,
some
Sulu
of them
from Star Trek. Fucking, what was that guy's actual name? Shit.
Man, my drink's
There wasn't enough of him. You want another drink?
Yeah.
They didn't really show enough of Sulu on Star Trek for you to draw any conclusions of his sexuality. So, I didn't really.
I guess, I don't know, like, in a lot of ways, I didn't really think about it. You know what I mean? I was just kind of like, whatever. That's just how that person is. You know what I mean? I didn't really think about it one way or the other. It was funny because I remember in the 80s, it was a very big thing. Like, because I was real into New Wave, and so I had MTV on all the time like that. And my grandfather, who was very Southern and very racist and whatnot, every time there's like a video on with like Duran Duran or something like that, they're all gay. You know what I mean? Ironically, none of the dudes in Duran Duran were gay. Boy George was gay, sure, but he didn't really seem to make any secret about that. But yeah, Duran Duran got accused of being gay all the time, especially by my grandpa. But like I said, all of them were straight as fuck, and all the dudes from Duran Duran. And they all married supermodels. Yeah. So.
Oh, those were predatory.
Jokes on you, Grandpa.
Yeah. Oh no, the dudes from Duran Duran were all predatory heterosexuals. Yeah, they were all bagging supermodels.
Yeah. So, while everyone's grandpa was saying they were gay, they were just kind of like, all right, whatever. No, I'm just gonna go bang your girlfriend.
It was just it was the look of the time.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was a very gender fluid time. I think even Boy George made a joke about all the fucking hair metal bands looking more like drag queens than he did. Yeah. Which was true, yeah.
Yeah, the Motley Crue, they all look
like they all look like really ugly girls.
Yeah. They were all wearing they were all wearing their girlfriend's fucking pants.
Yeah.
And boots. The fucking.
Well, it was hard to get cool dude clothes back then. Yeah. I mean, I would argue it's still kind of hard to get cool dude clothes.
Yeah, that was something I was telling my fucking boy a long time ago. And I said, look at this. I said, you do realize that those are girls' shoes, right? He goes, no. I said, yeah, man, those are girls' shoes that they're wearing. He would accept it. I said, their girlfriends did their hair, and fucking that's his girlfriend's pants. I was like, nah, man, fucking, where'd he get those pants? He said he got those pants from his girlfriend.
From his girlfriend's closet, that's where.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
Dudes back in those days didn't want to accept it. It's just...
But it's so dumb because it's like, look, they're pants. Pants don't have a gender, okay? They're just pants.
But they got that low-rise cut on them. And the way they do it, I said, that's because those are girls' pants. Yeah. No, man. Says, yeah, he got those out of the girls' section. That's his girlfriend's pants.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. Their girlfriends were all strippers, and they got their girlfriend's pants.
And honestly, I don't blame them because, like I said, especially back then, unless you had the money to like have somebody to make you something custom, like it's hard. It's hard to find cool-looking dude clothes if you weren't just gonna wear.
It was gonna be some shit like out of fucking Sears. Yeah, all the dudes it was like some out of the mall.
I've heard like because I'm on a couple like goth subreddits, and even guys nowadays complain that it's hard. I mean, it's easier than it was when we were growing up. For sure.
There's not enough selection.
But yeah, dude clothes are like kind of. So I can see why even some goth dudes were like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna get a skirt," or I'm gonna get, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like I don't blame you.
You can get some girls' pants. Yeah, that are in your size.
Yeah,
maybe modest.
Like I said, they're just pants. It's
fucking. This year I'm going as a Sumerian barbarian, like something out of fucking Conan. And I ordered all the leather to make my war belt. Because you have to make that shit. You can buy it, but anything fucking reasonably priced is made out of fucking cheap ass pleather.
Yeah.
all the really good shit made out of real leather that's like really like combat worthy that'll actually carry a sword or something. It's gonna cost you like $300, and it's handmade. Shit, so I can do the leather work. I'm gonna.
Yeah,
make
he's
it
got a
myself.
leather working too.
I got leather.
He's made me belts and shit like that before.
So I'm gonna make a fucking badass barbarian costume. That's right, bitches. You're gonna love it. The gays are gonna love it. It's gonna have a big old fucking wide war belt, probably like fucking buckskin pants and fucking high boots with fur. Oh, fucking either a sword or a fucking battle axe. Mostly bare-chested, maybe with like shoulder armor and fur. Bald, war paint. Yeah, it's gonna look really cool. Beard, grow my beard out a little bit. It's gonna look pretty cool. This Halloween's gonna be cool. I got a lot of time to fucking prepare for it.
I guess I got to do a barbarian thing too.
If you want to, I'm gonna get a fucking necklace from a fucking.
I mean, unless I think of
bear
something
claws,
else in the meantime.
Bear claw necklace.
You know,
Probably fake bear claws, but you
Well-
want to do a barbarian, we'll do a barbarian. But and it's gonna be wolf themed, werewolf themed barbarian.
all right.
Wolf motif.
Or I could just be a werewolf, which I was thinking about before. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can come up
Yep.
with something good. Yeah, Oracle says David Bowie told a funny story about getting his backing musicians to apply makeup during his Ziggy Stardust days. They didn't want to at first. Then they started getting groupies. And at that point, Bowie said you'd hear, "Hey, mate, pass the mascara backstage."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's
His
like,
band didn't want to do it.
it's just so funny. Like, dudes don't understand. A lot of chicks love that shit. Like I said, look how much the dudes from Duran Duran pulled back in the day. Even though everyone was saying they were gay back in the 80s.
It's just
Like,
show
look at their
business.
eyeliner and their earrings and all this other, and their, gay looking clothes and shit like that. I'm like, they're banging way hotter chicks than you could ever get.
It's
Shut the
male.
fuck up.
It's male glamour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said,
show business, man.
women
Show
love dudes that
Yeah.
look like they made an effort, like they're put together, like they have a look. You know what I mean? You don't just want some slobby dude like in a big
Eyeliner.
baggy t-shirt and cargo shorts and Crocs. Like nobody wants that because it looked like you just rolled out of bed or
No.
just mowed the lawn or something.
Yeah.
You want somebody that looks like fucking stylish.
Yeah, and if you go online and you go look at the successful fucking barbarian costumes, they're wearing makeup too. It's like war paint but there's eyeliner and shit involved in this shit too.
If
They got fucking shadow underneath their fucking boobs and on their six packs. To
Well,
make
yeah,
the shit
I mean,
look
yeah,
fucking
to make it look
to
big,
make
yeah.
everything fucking pop. Because they're not wearing a shirt. Yeah, you think dudes that fucking are doing that shit walking around shirtless in a fucking costume looking great or on fucking screen that they don't have makeup on their fucking chest? Yeah. They're shade and shadow.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you?
They do.
I mean,
yeah.
you want a particular look.
Yeah. Yeah,
If-
and then they tweak that shit using fucking with digital filters and stuff, but yeah.
I mean, yeah. If you're funny about wearing makeup, just think of it as war paint.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is. Some women think of it like that too. You know what I mean? And the ironic thing is that, back in the old days, it was dudes that were wearing makeup and wigs and high heels and all that other kind of
showing
stuff.
off their calves.
Be all peacocking.
Yeah.
Tights and shit.
Yeah.
So yeah. I don't
It
know.
was ridiculous.
I don't know.
though.
It was ridiculous.
People said it was ridiculous back then.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But if somebody walked down the street wearing like that, I would mad respect. I would like.
And then they had these fucking cod pieces to make their fucking junk look fucking huge.
Which
and
that
the,
doesn't
and the
surprise me
church
in the
was
slightest.
fucking saying, stop wearing these huge cod pieces. Your junk isn't that big. That's a sin.
You're
Stop.
making the rest of us look bad.
Yeah, you're not. Your junk's not that big, and it's like stop bragging. Stop making it look bigger than it is. It's just hilarious when you
come
think
on,
about it.
it's
And that's 1500s.
Yeah.
Dudes were doing that shit. Fucking dudes.
It is very funny though. But like I said, it's just funny how sensitive dudes are about that. It's like they don't want to wear eyeliner or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, man. It's like it's literally, or they freak out if like a dude's wearing nail polish. I'm just like, settle the fuck down.
Yeah.
CB said, imagine how much makeup Tom puts on his head. LOL.
I haven't worn makeup in a long time.
Yeah.
I used to.
Yeah.
I scoffed out and fucking. I'd pale it out and fucking put black eyeliner on, fucking purple fucking eyeshadow and fucking black and red lipstick and stuff. I used to wear all that.
Yeah, he used to
To
go
the club.
full out.
Yeah.
But a lot of times
wearing
now it's
1800s clothes. I can show you guys pictures of it.
yeah, every
I
now
look
and then
fucking
like
awesome.
he'll do eyeliner now, but
Yeah.
not usually.
Yeah, I used to God
Kind of
the
ashamed.
fuck out. You don't believe me? I'm gonna show you.
He's got pictures.
I got pictures of it. I don't know if I have pictures on this phone. I could probably go on YouTube and look at it.
Lawrence says the only thing that I ever wore for my girlfriend was her Catholic girl skirt.
Yeah.
Nice. Was it one of the super short ones? Are they all super short? They are, aren't they? Catholic school. Let me see. Yeah, Tom doesn't really. He doesn't put any makeup on his head.
Yeah.
That'd be a pain. I would put makeup on your head all the time. You should wear. That'd be funny to like wear more wigs though. We have all those wigs in there. Remember, there's that one in there that looks like it's not like George Washington, but it's kind of like a little George Washington-y kind of wig. I think you've only worn that like one time.
I had all kinds of shit.
It was funny as hell though. And then you had that one that was kind of. Don't you have one that's kind of like a mullet, like Joe Dirt kind of situation?
No.
I thought you had a mullet.
I never had one that was like a mullet.
I thought we had one for like a costume or something.
I
remember you had that one that you wore when you were Michael Caine in The Hand.
Yeah.
Which I think was actually a Willy Wonka wig, or like a Gene Wilder as Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Wig, not the Johnny Depp version, because that was not good. But you know what I mean? Yeah, it was the fucking. Did you find anything?
I'm gonna try to find one. All right. It's black and white, but I'm wearing makeup there, in that one.
Oh, he's gonna mess up my lighting again, isn't he?
Yeah. Let me see if I can find that. Oh, that one's old. I gotta go way back.
Yeah, it's been a while. I think the last time I remember you wearing a lot of makeup was when we went to the vampire ball.
Yeah, vampire ball. I probably have.
Then
one.
we had like contact lenses and all that kind of stuff.
I think I have that.
And I don't know if we didn't get any great pictures from that though. I think the one we took in the couple we took in the hotel room were like they were kind of washed out because the flash was fucked up. I think somebody took one, like they had a professional photographer there that took one, and that picture was okay, but I don't remember what happened to it. So you look like Danzig. Yeah, I do. Well, I do like that long black hair wig on you.
Yeah.
Because you kind of look like.
Man, I'm going through a lot of shit here.
I know.
Where's
he has a million pictures.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I fucking wore makeup.
Yeah, like I said, I think the Vampire Ball was the last time I
Vampire
remember.
Ball.
And
I'm
that
looking
was
to
like
see
a few
I'll
years
find
ago.
the Vampire Ball pictures.
John Gore says was watching Barbed Wire, the Pam Anderson movie last night. It was as bad as I remember.
Yeah.
Steve Railsback is great in it though. Man, Steve Railsback, I feel like he never gets as much attention as he probably should.
Pam and both her boobs. Pam had awesome boobs. I liked Pam. She still looks good though.
Was she the one just now that had posted a picture of her like when it's going like
without makeup?
Makeup? Yeah.
Yeah.
She still looks good though. I think she doesn't need makeup on.
I got makeup on that one. Let me see.
I can't see it. I can't see it because you're just holding it.
Oh shit! I can't get it to focus. Oh shit! Where is the Vampire Ball pictures?
I don't know. Like I said, there weren't that many. I think I liked the picture that the professional one took, but I don't remember what happened to it. It's way back in my Facebook or something somewhere. I don't know what happened to it. Yeah, like I said, the pictures we took in the hotel room, I think we only took a couple and they didn't come out that good. Because they were like kind of washed out. CB says, the gothic drag queen I mentioned a few episodes ago looks like Angelina Jolie out of all the makeup. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. You know?
Yeah, I don't have the Vampire Ball pictures. I don't know what happened to
Yeah, because that wasn't that long ago.
10 years.
Yeah, but probably. I mean, it wasn't as old as some of those that I'm seeing right there.
It wasn't old as what I have.
No, it wasn't as old as those.
I just don't have them.
I don't know if they're in there in order. Like,
yeah.
Roughly.
I haven't been in full drag in a long time.
Yeah. Well, ever since you got all muscly, you do the short sleeve.
Just different look.
Yeah. Lauren says Bauhaus and gives a little thumbs up. Cool. Speaking of Bauhaus, I just saw a thing that David J was doing something in Connecticut, I think. Like he's doing some show or spoken word or something like that. Man, I saw him live solo at that place that used to be next to the old iBar. What the fuck was the name of that place?
Old iBar.
Yeah, like downtown. And there was like a little
Talking about
venue next to that. What the fuck was the name of it? I don't remember. I think we saw Swans there.
Yeah, I wouldn't remember now.
Remember the place we saw Swans where you got drugged?
Yeah, I wouldn't remember now.
I can't remember what the name of it was. But I saw David J there like a long time ago. He was great. I actually really like his solo stuff. He started doing solo stuff like back in the 80s. And he did like a bunch of weird... Like his early stuff was almost kind of like cabaret-like. And then later he almost kind of went into like alt country. But like good. But it was good. Like he's a really good lyricist. And I feel like he doesn't get a lot of cred. He wrote like a lot of those Bauhaus songs, actually. Ooh. See, he's talking about the gothic drag queen. His name is Sam, and his BJs are the best.
Who said that?
CB. And you know that from personal experience.
Yeah.
Getting BJs from the drag queen.
He's just gonna lay back and enjoy.
I mean, you know, might as well. Tom would do it if he was drunk enough.
Shit, I'd do that sober, probably. The bitch is cute enough to say, Jen, hold my beer. Let me take that. Have you down there assisting and shit? I got the fucking camera. Taking shit like that. I'm not bashful. I don't give a shit. I really don't give a shit, people. I don't care. I don't take it personally.
We're too old.
Too old to take it personally.
I mean, some things I'm going to take personally,
Yeah,
but...
you know, I don't care.
Now that you mentioned Barbed Wire, I don't think I've ever seen it. Or I don't think I've ever sat through the whole thing. Let's put it that way.
It was just a not even a B movie. It was a Z movie.
What's it about exactly?
It was kind of like an action movie.
I mean, I know that, but it's like she's not like a superhero though, like, right?
She's kind of like a superhero. She's not a superhero. I think she was a private investigator, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Trying to catch bad guys. And it's just Pamela Anderson, and it was kind of like in the zenith of her fucking. She was hot, super hot.
I remember it coming out, and I remember later it being on cable, but I don't think I saw bits of it, but I don't think I ever sat and watched it.
She had nice implants, fake boobs, fucking fake lips, fucking. She just had the bimbo look. She was good. She looked great. What's funny is that if you were to see it now, she's not as extreme looking as you remembered it. You know what I mean? Because the standards have been raised. The standards of extreme.
Well, yeah, she was kind of the main
raised.
Famous person that was known for that back then. But
Yeah,
like
she
now,
was known for having nice.
now
big
because
old
porn
fucking
is so
implants.
ubiquitous, and
Big implants.
so I
Just
feel like
round.
it's not really a novelty anymore.
Round implants. And
Well, I
they were
think
obviously implants.
Didn't she have them? Didn't she have smaller ones put in?
Later on,
installed.
I think later on you install.
I like using installed.
I call them installed, like installation. It's like it's like
that makes me laugh.
It's like fucking. It's like an accessory.
Like putting
on
in a new carburetor.
Yeah, like in a carburetor or a fucking new. It's an installation.
That word just amuses me. I mean, technically
That's what it was.
They are installing.
They're installed. Yeah. Yeah. No, I respect Pam. Pam was cute. Pam was cute. She knew what she had to sell. She had a good personality. She wasn't super talented, you know. She wasn't a super talented actress and everything. She was an entertainer.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
And she was on Baywatch, and her and Tommy Lee put out a fucking porn tape Fucking it was a real good reality porn tape. She was blowing the shit out of fucking Tommy Lee. Tommy delivered. He had a huge dick, and big motherfucker, nice big.
Well, he
old
probably
fucking
wouldn't
dick.
have let her leak it if like
No, they were never gonna
leaked
leak that
leaked
shit.
it.
No, fucking
If
Tommy,
he had like some little mushroom.
Tommy
dick
Lee
or
was
something.
he was fucking packing, and they're out on the fucking yacht, and it's a rented yacht. Of course, that's not his. And they're fucking running around.
Let's rent a yacht and make a porn.
Rented this fucking yacht, and he's fucking piloting it around and cutting, and they're drinking, and he's cutting fucking loops with it out in the water, and they're fucking, and she's blowing him, and he's recording it. And it was just I saw it when it came out. I liked it. I thought it was fucking hot, and it was in a way sweet. It was sweet.
Yeah.
Because they're a couple. They're obviously like just fucking totally in love with each other, and they're having fun fucking.
Yeah.
And recording it. That's all it is. And they made a lot of money with that. They were genius for putting it out because it was the beginning of porn culture, and they were like, "Come on, we're hot. We'll put the porn tape out. We'll make $1 billion."
And then we'll pretend we didn't do it, like somebody leaked it.
Yeah, like we leaked it.
I don't know who did that. Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah. And they're on the yacht partying with each other and fucking, I love you, baby, and shit like that. I love you too. She's jumping around. It was cute,
Yeah.
It was cute.
Well, like I said, I've always kind of liked more like the more amateur porn that's actually people that are an actual couple because, like I said, they would fuck even if they weren't filming it.
Yeah.
They're not just doing it because they're getting paid to.
Yeah, I can't believe you've never seen that.
I've seen bits of it, but I never sat and watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
Well,
it was kind of educational in the way of like that. It was from another time, but it was educational that they were normal people.
Yeah.
They were normal people, and they were just having fun, and they were making a video for their fans, and
they
letting
can just afford to have fun on a yacht.
Yeah, they have
most
fun.
Of us peons
He rented that shit.
I can't even
I
can't even afford to rent it.
I probably could have afforded to rent it. It was probably a couple grand. You could save up for that. He rented that shit. It wasn't his. And because it was a couple steps above fucking renting a hotel room. They could have just rented a hotel room if they wanted to. But to make it look
a
cool,
yacht is so much more lifestyles of the rich and famous.
Yeah. He's cutting donuts with it.
Hotel room is kind of
tacky. He's cutting fucking donuts with it. You know what I mean? Pulls his dick out and fucking hits her in the face with it. You know what I mean? They're fucking and shit. Yeah, baby. She's, I love you, baby. She's jumping up and down, fucking boobs going. It was just cute. It was cute.
Maybe I'll watch it one of these days.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've seen clips of it.
You'd get bored with it now because it needed an edit. You know what
I mean?
It was a very loose edit.
I guess back then it was kind of more like a novelty. It's like, oh my god, it's famous people, and it's like, you know what I mean?
It was more of a novelty, yeah.
So people are gonna watch the whole thing, like,
right, yeah. You wouldn't watch the whole thing now. You wouldn't give a shit.
You're just like boring.
Yeah, that's what would happen. They were just
get to the good stuff
because they were just regular people, but you weren't used to seeing that.
Yeah.
in that era.
CB says the only problem with getting the blowjob from the gothic drag queen is the black lipstick. Turns my dick pitch black.
That's the best point, man. He leaves the rings on it.
Yeah, you gotta leave all the rings on there.
Yeah.
You need to get some better black lipstick.
Yeah.
Although, even the best lipstick will come off, like under certain circumstances. Lawrence says, you got drugged? That happened to me also a couple of times.
Yeah, I got drugged.
Yeah, one time. I've been
Jen
drugged.
got drugged too.
I've been drugged 2 times.
Yeah.
Not at that venue, but at Ibar.
Yeah.
And I don't really know who did it.
I got drugged because somebody was trying to get at her.
We're pretty sure. I mean, we're not 100%
I kind of know
sure.
who it was, yeah.
But we're kind of know who it was.
It was a dude trying to get me out of the picture because he was after her.
Yeah. It was at a show.
Was that a Swan show?
Yeah. That we went to. I don't think we were hanging out then, but I don't think we were like official.
No.
I just asked you to go with me because I didn't want to go by myself. Cause
during that time.
I didn't know anybody else that was into the Swans, and I was like, I'm going, but I don't want to go by myself.
During that
so I
time,
made you go
he was
with me.
hot on. He was hot on her at that time, and I'm pretty sure it was him.
I mean,
I kinda confronted him
He
about-
was with us.
Yeah, and
We didn't go there with him, but he was also there.
He was hanging out with us. and I confronted him on it, and he fucking vehemently denied it. But you have to, because you do serious fucking jail time for that shit. But I checked him on it. I said, fucking, you fucking hit me with something, didn't you? He's like, no, what are you talking about? And I was just like, better not have. He said, no, I didn't. I said, all right. But I'm pretty sure he did. And I don't know what it was. I've never had that particular drug. Just the sound kept fucking coming in. And I freaked out.
Yeah, he freaked out.
Like the sound was attacking me. I gotta get out of here. I'm fucking yelling. Ah!
Yeah, he was flipping out.
Yeah. And then
we
it
had
went
to
away.
leave.
Then I woke up we had to leave. And then the next day it was like it didn't even happen.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, what was that? I don't know if it was GBH or ketamine. I don't know what it was. It was something I never had before.
Yeah, because you were acting like
it was fucking weird.
Psychotic.
It was
I never
weird.
saw you act like that before.
It was weird shit. It never had nothing ever since.
No.
I think it might have been ketamine.
Yeah.
It was a weird out of body experience. But I don't remember it that clearly either. So I don't know what it was.
Yeah, it was weird.
I didn't recognize it.
Yeah, the only time it happened to me was, like I said, I was at iBar. I was with my first husband and our friend Nicole and two guys that she knew. And we were hanging out. It was early in the night, and I was on my first drink. And I had only drunk like half of it.
Yeah.
And then, it was like 11:30 or some. It was ridiculously early. And I was sitting there, and I was like, you guys, I don't really feel too good. Ugh. And I just, like, passed out.
Yeah.
And the next thing I knew, I was in the car on the way, like, my then husband was driving me home, and I was barfing in my lap.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything.
Yeah, and during that time, there was a serial event. A lot of the people that we knew kept getting spiked with something. And we didn't know
somebody was doing
it. Tori got hit.
Yeah, I remember that.
Fucking a bunch of people got hit. It was all around that same time. But we were all pretty tight friends. So somebody would go down and we'd defend them.
Yeah.
And make sure they got out of there. We don't know who it was that was doing it. And it was kind of the same. Losing control.
Yeah, and it was like immediate. Like I said, and I wasn't drunk. I literally had like that much of one drink. And I can drink a lot. And I was just kind of, I only had time to say, I don't feel good. And then I just went, and I just slumped onto the floor.
Tori just hit the ground and started going, I'm so sorry. So what's wrong? And they're like, I don't know. I'm so sorry. We have to get her out of here. Something happened. She's like, yes, something's wrong. Me, I just went right into fight or flight. It was like I was fighting it, whatever it was. It felt like I was just under attack by something, but I don't know what it was. It was a drug I'd never.
Yeah, I don't think it was the same as whatever I had, because like whatever I had like was almost instant, and it just like, and it knocked me out like almost instantly.
Well, it was doing the same to me. It was knocking me out, but I was fighting it. I don't know what it was though. I think
maybe because I wasn't really expecting anything, because I was there with other people. It's not like I was alone.
It was a weird out-of-body experience where everything's kind of distorted, and my memory of it is real fuzzy. I was just fighting some kind of an attack. It felt like falling, kind of. That's the only way to describe it. I think it might have been ketamine.
That would make sense, yeah.
Yeah. I never had it before, though. So usually if you take a drug, you know what it is, and the person who's giving it to you primes you of like, this is what's going to happen. You're like, okay, so you kind of...
So you're taking it...
You're taking it to know that you're taking a drug.
Right.
This was just out of the blue. I don't even remember how it
if you're
felt
not
like.
Expecting it, like you're just like, what the fuck is happening?
Right.
Like, why do I feel so weird?
So you're not really primed for it.
Yeah.
And I just fucking
You didn't take it on purpose.
I just went into a panic.
Yeah.
Panic and was trying to fight it.
It was the craziest fucking shit I ever saw. I never saw you act like that ever.
Yeah, I think it might have been ketamine.
Yeah, it was just...
And I drove on it.
It was bizarre.
And I could barely drive on it, but I was driving home on it. Trying to get us home. It was weird. I was also combative on it.
Yeah, very combative.
Yeah.
Actually, you didn't drive. I drove.
Oh, did you drive? Okay.
Because I took you...
You took me back home, right?
To your house.
Yeah. I think it might have been ketamine.
Because I remember I was like, get out. Because you were being like, and I didn't know what the problem was. I just thought you were acting like
she
psychotic.
Didn't know me
for
that
no
well
reason.
when that happened.
I was like, get the fuck out of my car.
Yeah, that's right. You drove.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know each other all that well when that happened.
We were friends, but we weren't a couple then.
Yeah.
He just went to the show with me because I didn't want to go by myself.
Yeah. I think it was ketamine or GHB or something.
And I thought you just lost your fucking mind or something like that. And I was like,
no, I did lose my mind.
Yeah, and I was like, I didn't know what the fuck was the matter with you.
It wasn't alcohol though.
No, because like I said, we weren't there that long.
No,
we'd only had like a drink or two.
Yeah,
maybe.
only had like a drink,
like if that. Maybe we had like one.
Yeah, somebody. I think I know who it was.
Yeah,
I think he slipped. I think he slipped something into that drink.
Yeah,
and he was acting weird before I was acting weird too. Like something was up. He was acting super friendly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah. He's waiting to see what was going to happen.
It was a weird fucking time, man.
Yeah.
Thinking about it now, it's like, I guess I didn't really think about it at the time, but
yeah,
thinking about it all in aggregate.
Yeah.
Like, looking back, it was like, wow, we've been through some crazy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't normal though. I mean, you've been with me 14 years. That's only happened once, and it was only
that has never happened since.
It was only that.
You were scaring me.
And you know I can handle alcohol.
Yeah.
And I only had like one drink.
Yeah, it's like I think we literally have maybe two, but that's maybe not even that. I think we had just had
something hit me, and I don't know what it was. I just started to fight it, and it was some kind of weird psychoactive drug.
CB says that's why nightclubs want your ID now, so the police can get you if you do something to someone. I mean,
well, no, that's not true.
Well, they don't
just
really do
ID
that
you
here.
on the way in.
They don't do that. Just make sure you're.
They just want to know if you're old enough.
If you're old enough.
That's all it is. Yeah.
Because the bar can lose their license. If
they don't care about you.
And liquor licenses are very, very expensive
in Florida.
In Florida, they are.
Well, in Orlando.
In Orlando, they are. Like it depends.
It's $1 million for a liquor license.
Like place to place. Is different, but yeah, I think it's like $1 million.
Yeah,
and
I don't know if they're
and so they're very careful about losing it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's still like that. I think that's kind of fucking stupid. It's because one of the mayor's kids a long time ago got killed by a drunk driver, so they tried to get rid of all nightclubs by making a fucking liquor license $1 million,
like prohibitive
price, which is some stupid shit. And I don't know if it's still like that.
Yeah, I haven't really checked into that.
And so there was like everybody who had a liquor license already at that time didn't have to pay it.
Yeah, they were like grandfathered.
They were grandfathered in, but you could sell that liquor license to other people.
Yeah.
So what ended up happening is there was an underground fucking economy of transferring your liquor license to another person. So you have this liquor license. If you give me $100,000 a year, I'll let you have my liquor license. If not, you got to pay $1 million for it.
Yeah.
So you have some people just making an entire living off of loaning their liquor licenses to bars.
Yeah, because
stupid.
I'm not really sure what the legality of it, because I know that John, the guy that owned iBar, he has a liquor license, obviously, because he operated iBar for 30 years downtown.
Yeah.
And you can transfer it to other venues. He couldn't use it at the pickleball place when it was in the warehouse.
He's outside of Orlando, though. He doesn't need it anymore.
That's true. I don't think he
doesn't need
I mean, technically, he's not downtown Orlando. I think it's just downtown Orlando.
Just downtown Orlando.
Because the club he's at now, Axe Trap, he doesn't own that, obviously. He just has a deal with the owner.
He's
that it's
subcontracted.
like, so he's like, we'll do a night, once or twice a week.
Yeah.
And, and they already have a bar, because it's like already a bar and grill type of place.
Yeah.
So he just he just posts up there like every couple. And I think the only money he gets from that, I don't know if he gets a percentage of the bar or if he just gets the cover.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't need the money. He's got money. He just does it for fun. He's got other businesses, and which, like I said, he's a cool dude. Like, he's quite wealthy, and like I said, owns a bunch of business and stuff. But he loves club shit, and he loves 80s shit, and he just loves all that stuff so much. he still comes every Saturday and DJs.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to.
He's not a DJ. He's a business owner. He's
Yeah.
a multimillionaire. But fucking wrestling fan. Yeah, the American scene just doesn't compare to England at all. And Florida and Orlando is its own beast. They don't care about you. They just want your ID to make sure you're 21.
Because they don't want to lose their liquor
Because
license.
they can lose the liquor license.
If somebody underage
they
is
can
drinking.
get fined if they get caught for an underage drinker. And here it's 21. And it's because, the reason why it's 21 is because the United States, transportation is always personally owned cars, vehicles.
It used to be 18 until I think the 70s.
70s, right. And they noticed that people under the age of 21 made up the vast majority of drunk driving fatalities.
Yeah.
Because young kids, when they get drunk, can't fucking drive cars, man. They fucking wreck them. They're too stupid. And people over 21, even if they're drunk, tend to be able to drive better. It's still illegal. It's just they were.
Yeah,
just,
if they catch you, they'll take your license away.
Right. It's just the statistics. And to lose your license, your driver's license in the United States, is catastrophic.
Yeah,
You're
you
really
might,
not
you might
gonna
as
be
well just piss your job away.
You might as well. That's the end of your job.
You can't get to work anymore.
Yeah, and you won't be able to afford your house. And this concept of, well, we'll just take public transportation. There's no fucking public transportation.
Good luck with that.
Good luck with that, bitch.
There is absolutely
There's no public
where
transportation.
we live. There is no public
There's no public
transportation. There's no bus.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Yeah, the United States is much bigger than any public transportation system could ever dream of.
And when I lived in Daytona,
It's huge.
before I got a car, I either worked places that I could walk to, and I'm talking walking if it was like within 5 miles.
Yeah.
Or I would take the bus, and the bus took a fucking hour.
Yeah. If you have to take public transportation, you're basically at the level of a criminal. Fucking public transportation's all people who have lost their licenses.
Yeah, it's all
they're
like
criminals,
DUI motherfuckers,
They're-
or people that are too old to drive anymore,
or they're just
or disabled.
They're disabled or they're indigent. They're so poor they
can't afford a car.
They just can't afford a car. So you may as well be in prison because it's the same people on that bus and in that train as who are going to be in prison. You know, it's the worst. That's why you're seeing all these videos. These girls getting stabbed in the neck and shit like that. Well, of course, you're on public transportation. Anything public is like rock bottom. That's fucking poor people.
Like in bigger cities, like everybody takes public transportation, so it's different. Like obviously you're gonna get
still
some,
bad.
You're gonna get weirdos, but it's like more. But a lot of normal people take it too. But like in Florida, because it's so spread out, like everything is really far apart. So, like I said, where I grew up in Daytona, they had a bus, but it was really slow. It was really awkward. Like, the routes that it took really didn't go anywhere you needed to go, and you still had to walk. And there wasn't really any sidewalks, and it was just kind of like, it was a huge pain, like, to get anywhere.
I grew up.
Everybody that took the bus was, like you said, it was like...
criminals.
Yeah. Or like I said, it was, like, really old people that couldn't drive for whatever reason. Yeah. Like, because they were disabled or too old or
I grew up with cars. Always cars. If you
in most of the U.S., you kind of need a car or you're going to be in big trouble. You're not going to be able to work.
Yeah. If you don't have a car, you're a loser. And even in Boston, I would ride the red line from fucking Davis Square, go down to the fucking clubs down fucking on the green line and shit. Still, they're losers. They're losers. Because later on, I had a car in Boston and I'd drive it around. Just if you're the United States was not made for public transportation. It's just too big, and if you're in a public transportation setting, you might as well just be in prison. You're taking your life into your hands.
I mean, from our house, there's no bus. There's no bus out here. You could walk to Dollar General.
Yeah.
Because that's right there. If you had to, you could walk to Publix. It's kind of far, but it's not...
Yeah.
It's doable.
And you can get...
But that's it.
Yeah, and I understand.
There's a McDonald's.
I understand the perspective of people in Europe and in other countries, and you have a very skewed perspective, okay? Because cars are very expensive for you. Here in the United States, you can get a car for $1,000, and it's not a bad car. It's probably like a fucking V6 Ford Mustang from 2005. You can get that for $1,000. It might be a little beat up, but
I'm sure it'll be beat up.
No, I saw one for $1,100. It's like fucking 2005, and I was like, I can fix that.
Yeah.
For another couple $100, you can get it running. And over time, you could get that car to fucking be a fucking hot rod. You're going to end up with $5,000 in it. But $5,000 is still nothing compared to what a lot of people in other countries would pay. And then the gas isn't that expensive. And insurance is about $100 a month. So you would actually, if you have $1,000 and a couple $100 a month, you could build that car up into something nice over a period of about 6 months. While you're driving it, and you would probably be spending probably less or about the same as you would be spending on public transportation. Probably maybe, but you'd probably be a little bit more, but far more convenient than public transportation.
Yeah, because like I said, not having a car
yeah.
in Daytona was a big pain. Like, and I did that for many years. Luckily for me, you know, for a while, I worked for a long time, like, at a place that wasn't that far from my house. Like, if I had to, I could walk there. It was far-ish, but it wasn't so far that it was, like, a burden to walk. Or I could ride my bike. I rode my bike a few times. But the thing about it was that I worked the night shift, and I'm like, I'm not riding a bicycle home at 2 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? So I, you know, had the car then.
Most of my life, it was not a rich dude. I always had a car in the United States, always. And fucking, they were good cars. Because they're not that expensive here.
I mean, a new one is, but...
Yeah, a brand new one is. But I've never purchased a brand new car.
The only time
Everything
I ever
bought was used.
Bought a new car was that Honda Fit.
Yeah.
Which you saw. I
bought a nice car.
I bought that new in 2013. And it was only $13,000.
Yeah.
Only.
I've never purchased a new car.
They're like twice that now.
I've never purchased a
Actually,
new car.
more than twice that.
I got a fucking the last car I bought was probably one of the best cars I ever purchased. It was a 1999. This is last year. 1999 Mercury Grand Marquis. It only had 95,000 miles on it.
Because an old lady owned it.
An old lady owned it. It was brand new. That car could get 500,000 miles on it. 500,000 miles on the same engine. I just had to put a fucking air conditioner core in it.
We're just kind of hoping like we die before that thing conks out.
Man, no, those cars are fucking rock solid. That's what all our cop cars and all our taxis were. And it's a big fucking luxury car with a leather interior in it. Fucking, it looks brand new. And they made that
it's amazing. Like
they made that same car till 2009, and it pretty much looked the same.
Because we were
and fucking, they're just a good V8 mellow big American car. With cheap parts, you can rebuild anything. I can get in there and work on it. And it's just, you can keep it running forever. Now, it doesn't get great gas mileage, but we don't drive it that much.
Yeah, I mean, I work remotely, and he's like largely retired, so it's like we go out to the club once a week, and
$30
and we just drive back, and we just go like down the street, like to the grocery store or whatever. Every now and then we'll go like a restaurant or the movies or something, but it's like we don't drive every day.
Yeah,
so.
My air conditioner in the fucking dead of fucking summer will blow icicles on you, fucking ice cold. It's just a fucking big fucking strong Mercury Grand Marquis. You know, or it's like a Lincoln Town car. It's just not as long. Same car.
It's a huge fucking car.
Huge fucking car. Huge, strong car. That'll run forever.
Yeah, Zach said there's no public transport here either, and shit's barely walkable, which sucks because I have flat
Where's
feet.
he from?
And I don't drive. So you're in Indiana, aren't you?
Indiana.
I think he's in Indiana.
No public transportation in 90% of the United States.
Yeah, if I like big cities, yeah. But and even Orlando, and this is barely even mentionable. Orlando has Sunrail, but that is generally from going like from city to city. You know what I mean? Like you're in Orlando and you want to go to that goes to Tampa, right?
If you're a dude and you're trying to make a girlfriend and you're fucking taking public transportation, the bus and the fucking Sunrail and shit like that, she gonna dump you. She's not gonna fucking go with you on that.
Well, like I said, where we live,
you're gonna have a fucking right. She's gonna say you don't have a car. You're a fucking loser.
You need a fucking car.
You gotta have a car.
In Florida, especially.
You gotta
really
fucking car. Yeah.
Or you're not gonna be able to get any place.
You won't go anywhere. Well, we gotta wait for the bus. Well, she's gonna dump you.
I mean, people do it if they like by necessity, but it's just kind of like,
poor people.
Man, everything takes forever. Like I said,
Those are indigenous.
When I was a poor person, it's just like it was a pain in the ass because to go to work, if I had to take the bus to work, and I did this for a while, I had to take a bus part way.
Yeah.
And it didn't go where I was going, or it would take too long. Like I'd be late to work. So I'd have to get off the bus halfway and then walk the rest of the way. Like, so it was like a mile or something.
And here's the thing. You're in Sweden, and I'm saying poor people, and you're in Sweden. It's not poor Swedish people. These are fucking poor American people. That means they're fucking ex-convicts, criminals, fucking drug addicts, people that are fucking can't hold a job because they're too old, or they have fucking mental problems, or like, no, it's the bottom of the barrel. Or they're alcoholics, and they're just fucking derelicts, you know. It's like no. Now sometimes it's a person who's traveling. That's a different thing. But you are literally going to prison if you start. It's the same. You might also go to Central Lockup down in New Orleans. Down in not New Orleans, in fucking Orlando. It's the same people. Everybody has a car.
Well, yeah, like I said,
everybody has a car.
You have to.
Everybody has a car.
Everything's too far apart.
Yeah.
You just can't get anywhere.
It's too inconvenient.
You can't get anywhere.
And they're just too cheap here.
Orlando has buses. We have links. But it's just kind of like the routes and stuff. It's just inconvenient. It takes forever to get anywhere.
Those are bumps.
And it's just kind of like, you know, if you lived closer to downtown, but like Orlando is this huge sprawling, there's suburbs everywhere, and it's just kind of like, it's just hard to get anywhere.
If you have $1,000 in your hand, I can get you a car. It might take a week, but we're going to go on Facebook fucking Marketplace, and you will have a car when you're done. We'll find an $800 jalopy, and we'll get your fucking shit registered, and it'll be a car that will drive. Now, over time, you're going to have to put something in that car. The AC probably not working. One of the fucking windows probably isn't working. The electric power windows.
And you need AC in
Florida. Yeah, there's going to be something wrong with it.
Or you're going to have a heat stroke.
Right.
Like, no joke.
Right. But everybody here knows has tools or has access to people who have tools. And we work on our own cars here. Because, shit, I can fucking work on a car. I can rebuild an engine. I can put a new fucking AC unit in. Now, some of these new cars are so fucked up that you have to have all kinds of computer software or even to talk to the thing. But the older cars, which are cheaper, you can just work on those. You don't need computers to talk to them or special tools. Any car from the 90s or the 90s to the 2000s, they're easy to work on. It's just fuel injected. That's it. No more carburetors. 70s and 80s cars, oh, that's a snap. Thing is try to find them. Those are all collector's items now. Try to find a fucking 1984 fucking Toyota Corolla fucking fastback or hatchback. The SR5, the 5-speed, which was nothing back in the day. But you try to find them now, man, they're a collector's item. Easy to work on, man. You can keep one of those running forever. Good car. But they want a lot of money for them. You know, $5,000 for one that's in okay condition. It's ridiculous. Just because it's a good car.
Well, and the demand is there.
Demand,
like some people want some kind of retro looking cars. Mm-hmm. Like you said, they're easier to work on.
You're really easy to work on. They're fast.
You know, while newer cars are admittedly safer and have a lot of cooler features on them, they are a lot more difficult to work on. So it's like you can't really work on it yourself a lot of times.
Yeah.
Like other than just, you know, changing the oil or doing something like that. But it's just kind of like you usually have to take it back to the dealership or whatever to have them do
old Miatas.
Stuff.
The old Miata. Fucking, it's like a classic car now. You wouldn't think it, but it is now.
Well, it's just like anything. I kind of feel like anything that's collectible.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a large contingent of it that is stuff that people thought wasn't really valuable at the time. So most people just threw it out or didn't really keep it or whatever. It's why you see, you know, collectors paying, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars for like a toy like
Yeah.
from the 50s that's like
Yeah.
instilled because no one kept them. Why would you? Like it was a toy. You bought it for somebody. They broke it. They threw it out. You know what I mean? Like nobody kept them. Now the thing about it is when they sell something as a collectible and everybody just buys it to keep it, it's not going to have any value because everybody bought it to keep it.
Yeah.
The shit that's collectible is stuff that nobody thought to preserve because nobody thought it was going to be worth anything.
Zach's asking about Klaus. Klaus and his girlfriend fucking went off sideways into all the black metal fucking shows. They showed me a show that they live stream a lot and they start singing black metal music. It's a couple. It's a good show.
I'll have to watch it one day.
It's just that they like metal music.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So they had actually a good show. I think they're also from Norway, and it's an English-speaking show. It's like a talk show, and people are sending them money, and they have a playlist, and then out of the blue, they'll start singing the song that they played before, and they'll do it live. And the girl sings, and the dude plays guitar, and then they have fucking like backup music.
You have to show me one day.
It's a fun show.
It's pretty fun.
It's a fun show. Yeah.
Okay.
They're drinking.
Okay.
They're doing metal covers.
So that's why they like our show so much. It's like, hey, also sit around,
they drink it. Yeah,
sit around drinking.
It's a drinking show.
Doing some drinking.
Yeah.
CB says, when I was 18, me and my friend would crush Love Hearts sweets, those candies, and sell to the drunks at the nightclub, and the bouncer thought it was funny.
Yeah.
There were sweets that looked like E, and we would sell them to the idiots outside the pub, and when they came looking for us, we were locked up.
Shit, yeah.
Y'all are gonna get your ass beat.
Yeah.
That is pretty funny, though, I gotta admit. I mean, I probably wouldn't. I couldn't even be mad. What would it be like to snort crushed up sweethearts?
Fucking be sour as shit.
Okay, here's the thing. I don't know why I just thought of this, but you know those Sweethearts candies, right? That everybody buys at Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Those taste horrible.
I like them.
And yet... Oh, of course you do.
I like them, yeah.
You like
I like all that
You like
kind of
Necco wafers.
I like Necco wafers, like Sweethearts.
Someone is still buying that shit because it's like they still make it. If no one was buying it, like they still have to keep factories open, presumably.
It's classic candy.
Doesn't taste like anything other than chalk. It doesn't taste like anything. Like I get it's cute. It's like a novelty, like to put like to put a little because even when I was a kid, you know, your mom or whatever would get you like little Valentine's Day shit, and it's like you get candy, like chocolate, the good stuff, and then like they'd give you like a little plastic. It was like a little plastic heart that popped open like that. It was red on the bottom and transparent on the top, and it would have the little sweethearts in it.
I always thought they were good.
With little. I mean, I ate them. It's candy, but it was always like the last thing that I would eat because I'm like, oh, I guess I'm down to these now.
That's so funny.
Like one of my favorite sketches on anybody else that's a big MST 3K dork like I am, knows for a long time they did invention exchange, right? And they would do like these crazy inventions. And one of the best ones that Joel and the bots did was they made bittersweet hearts, which was those same candies, but they were actually antacids. And then they had like really funny, because you know how they say stuff like kiss me and like cute shit on it like that on them, but theirs said stuff like I'm tested and you'll do and shit like that. And it's like that was one of my favorite. I think that was like in my top 5 favorite inventions. My very favorite invention was the internal organ vending machine. Like if you needed a new liver or something like that, but you had to put like $75,000 in quarters in it, like to get the liver out. And then once the liver came out, like you had to figure out how to get the liver inside yourself. Like that was on you. It's like, I don't know. I just thought that was really funny. But every time I think of that Sweethearts candy, I think of that MST sketch and how they also made them antacids, which I thought was a nice touch. They had like a whole list of them, like funny phrases on there. But you'll do is the one that I remember the most because that made me laugh the hardest. Camp Guy says, I like the peppermint soft pillows, the soft peppermint sticks or candies. See, now those are good. Like, weren't they called, those weren't like the After 8 mints or whatever the fuck they were called. But I know what you're talking about. That's like those kind of pillowy, they're kind of, the texture is kind of hard to describe. They're not squishy, and they're not chalky, but they're kind of somewhere between squishy and chalky. Like, we get those every now and then. I actually like those. Those are really good. But yeah, they're very mint forward. I like anything that's mint. Camp Guy said, I like the harder peppermints, the candy canes. You could always make it really sharp at the end. I mean, I still have some candy canes over there from Christmas that were on the Christmas tree that I haven't got around to eating yet. Mint's probably my favorite flavor of anything. I don't know if I'd go that far, but... Because sometimes Tom makes ice cream. Although the ice cream he made today was like actually more iced milk. But it was coffee and it had nuts and like fruit in it.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that was good.
Yeah.
But he also makes one that's really good that's mint and it has like crunched up like cookies.
Yeah.
And
Oreo
that's
cookies.
You like Oreo cookies,
Yeah.
but they taste like those mint Girl Scout like Thin Mints. And because they're mixed in with all the mint flavor. And holy crap, that's really good too. Those are my favorite too that you make. You make a lot of different flavors, but those are my two favorite ones. I can't decide which one I like better. Zach says, I wonder what it'd be like to snort the powdered milk they use for cocaine in movies.
Man, it would fucking...
I feel like it'd probably just like burn your fucking nasal cavities, I would imagine.
It'd make a bunch of phlegm. Your fucking...
Yeah,
nut,
like, oh.
It would get
like,
fucking heavy and slick.
Hocking up a bunch of loogies.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I always wondered what kind of... I was like, is that talcum powder? That seems like really unsafe. You don't want to be snorting talcum powder, but I guess milk powder... I guess it wouldn't hurt you, but I'm sure it's probably not pleasant.
How about you, man? I'm getting sleepy. What's
it's only 9 o'clock, man.
I don't care. I don't care.
Well,
I'm tired, man.
That's what happens when you go and drink for several hours before you even do the show.
Yeah. What you doing?
Camp Guy said they say the peppermint plant is really easy to get going in your yard, and it will continue to grow outside of its boundaries. I should probably start growing some, honestly. I'm sure the kitties would really like it. I only learned recently, like a couple years ago, that mint and catnip are the same family. So I bought, a few years back, I bought the cats these little toys that look like, they're soft, but they look like a little bar with like little stuffed like mint leaves on the end. And they're really minty smelling. They're expensive though. It's like just one of them's like $4 or something. But holy crap, the cats love them. We have them like all over the house because I can't have to keep buying new ones because you know the old ones like will get grubby and stuff. And like as soon as I put a new one out that still smells really minty, like Pookie or Bambi or whatever will just scoop it up in one little and just they just rub it all over their face and then roll around like, oh my god, it's the best thing ever. And they don't even like react to catnip. Well, Pookie does. I gave Bambi some catnip and she was just kind of like, meh, she didn't really care. She didn't really care. Pookie loves it though. Oh, and remember a few weeks back, I think right before we did a show, I don't remember if it was a Sidetracks show or one of the other shows, but literally like 5 minutes before we did the show, Pookie jumped on the cat tree, which is like right there, like literally like a few feet outside of my office in the hallway. And she broke it. I mean, it's old. We bought that cat tree for Beijing like a long time ago, like before we even got Pookie, I think. And we got her in 2017. And she jumped up on it. She was jumping down and it like just collapsed and broke and like hit the door. And she flipped the fuck out. Like she was traumatized. She had PTSD. And I felt so bad. And then I was just like, man, we need to get another cat tree because she loved that cat tree. Like she loved like sleeping in the little fuzzy bowl and everything. So I go on Amazon. I'm like, I have to get him another, but I didn't have a lot of money. So I was like, well, I can't get a super expensive one. And I wanted one that was going to come the next day because I wanted her to have one. And so I got one. We built it. It's not as big as the other one, but like it looks a lot nicer. So we built it. We put it in the same place. Do you think either of those fucking cats have gotten on it? No. I don't think either one of them have touched it. And I even sprayed it with catnip spray and everything. I don't think either one of them. Like, Tom picked Pookie up and put her on. It's like, look, new cat tree. And she was like, fuck that shit. Yeah. I think she's still traumatized by the other one collapsing. Like, she thinks it's going to break on her.
Yeah, she thinks it's going to fall
because she was, like, very, very... She was real upset. Which I get it. Like, it almost fell on her. Like, I was afraid that she was hurt, but she was all right.
Yeah, I tried to put it in the new fucking cat tree, and she's like, nah, fuck this. I'm done with this shit.
She's like, I know what happens when I get on here.
Yeah. She knocked that shit over. Like, it's half the size of the other one. It's going to be fine.
Yeah, we got, like I said, this one's like only 4 feet tall, and it is bolted to the wall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I said, let's bolt this one to the wall.
Like, no, I have learned my lesson.
She's like, I'm not jumping on that anymore. So it's like, so I'm really upset. I'm like, man, I spent a lot of money on this. It's like, why? You know what I mean?
Ridiculous.
I was like, that was like $80.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can't wait for the club tomorrow.
I know, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Camp Guy says, they say that cats are very location sensitive and hard to move from one location to another permanent one. I mean, they have like little what?
I forgot to tell you.
What happened?
I heard back from the couple that took the cats from across the street.
I was going to ask about that. I was like, how are they doing?
They said the first day they hid, but now they're out walking
around.
They'll
do that.
And they're having fun.
Okay, good. I was worried about them.
Yeah, they're in a new house and they're adapting to it.
Okay. Well, I mean, they're always gonna hide the first day or two, like until they get the
first day they hid. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I was worried about how those kitties were because they were those little kitties over there that's our neighbor's cats that we were talking about. Because y'all were here the whole time, but yeah, our neighbors died a couple weeks back, and they had 2 kitties, and so we, the hospice people gave us the keys because they didn't really have any local family or anybody. I mean, they had a will executor, we found out later, but she couldn't get here until until I think she came Monday, this past Monday, and because she lived kind of far away, and so we were like, well, okay, well, we'll just go over there and take care of the cats, and because we don't want them over there by themselves. We didn't want to. We were thinking about bringing them over here, but we didn't. Because Beijing is, pretty old now, and she's not feeling real good, and we didn't want to like stress her out by having these 2 new cats like show up. Like I said, I think Pookie and Bambi would have been. They'd have been mad, but I think they would have been okay with it after a while. But yeah, this lady said no. She's like, I'm gonna come. She's she was a friend of the couple that died, and she's like, no, we're gonna get him. So it just took a while for her to get here. So we had to go over to the house like a couple times a day and like feed the cats and hang out with them, and we had the radio playing for them so they wouldn't feel like they were by themselves and shit like that. But they were like super super sweet, and I was like, man, you guys better fucking take care of these cats because they were so sweet, and I wanted to take them, but we already have 3 cats, and I was like, oh, I don't know. I would have taken them if that was the only option, but no, she was like, no, we're gonna take them. We have it all under control. We just had to take care of them until they could get here. You know what I mean? So that's good because I was having nightmares about what was gonna happen to them. The weird thing about it is that when we first got, we got Pookie when she was like a tiny kitten, and so she adapted like right away. Like it was I think it was this friend of Tom's mom, and she's like, I found this kitten like abandoned like in my backyard or something. I don't know it might have been bullshit, I don't know, but she just said, I found this kitten abandoned in my backyard, do you guys want it? And she sent us a picture because we've been talking about getting a kitten anyway, and we saw the picture and I was like, oh my god, we can't not get this cat, come on. So we went and got Pookie. So we had Pookie since she was like tiny. Her eyes were still blue when we got her.
Yeah.
Which is, I think she was maybe 6 weeks old, maybe. Because there's all kittens' eyes are blue. I'm not sure if you knew that, but like, and then they'll change into whatever color they are later on. Her eyes are gold now, but they were blue when we first got her, and she was tiny. So, but she was like pretty chill. Like I think the first day we got her, Beijing was not happy because she's like, what is this tiny little usurper in my house? But Pookie was like, she jumped up on the bed and like looked at both of us like, you my new mom and dad, or is that how that works? And then like we just looked at each other and she looked at both of us, and she just came up in bed with us like the first day, I think it was. And I was like, that's fucking crazy. And she's just hung out ever since. And the same thing happened with Bambi. We actually found Bambi at she's about 2.5 now. We found her at PetSmart at the mall. We were at the mall, like, going to the movies, and we just popped in PetSmart for whatever reason, like, to look at the cats or whatever. And we saw her in there, and she was also a Manx, which also Pookie is. And we were like, oh, look how cute that cat is. And she seemed super sweet and everything. And we were like, man, if she's still here, like, when the movie's over, we're going to come back and get her. So we came back and got her. And I didn't have a cat carrier with me, obviously, because I hadn't planned on getting a cat that day. But we put her in the carrier and took her back to our house, which was like a, 20, 30-minute drive. Didn't make a peep. Whole time. She just sat there in the box and was like, huh, okay. We got up to the house, got her upstairs, opened the box, and she just hopped right out.
Yeah.
And started looking around like...
Yeah, she's like, what? Where am I?
All
Where
right.
am I? Pookie saw her and went... and ran.
What is this?
Yeah. They're good friends, though, now.
Yeah, they made friends.
Yeah.
I saw them both. I went in the gym the other day, and both of them were on... We have, like, a little bench, like, that sits under the window, and both of them were sleeping on the bench, like, right next to each other, like, under the window. They both sleep in, like, little sunbeams and stuff, like, in the living room. It's so cute. They kind of didn't get along for a little while, but they're buddies now. They still kind of... Well, at least Pookie does. Like, if you pet Bambi, like, in Pookie's eye line, she gets upset. She'll be like, why are you petting that kitty? Like, I'm not having it. You know what I mean? Like, she gets jealous. But they hang out. They're, like, good friends. But I thought it was funny because, man, if you put Pookie in the cat carrier to take her to the vet or whatever, she is not going to shut up the whole time. She just, no. She just yells and yells the whole time she's in the car. She knows something bad's going to happen. Because the only time she's ever been in the car was the time we took her to get fixed. And is that it? I thought, well, maybe one other time. But it was to the vet. So she associates that. Zach says, aren't most babies born with blue eyes too? I'm not sure how common that is. I'd heard that was the case, but I'm not really sure. Now I'm kind of wondering, it's like, was I born with blue eyes? I don't think so. But I don't know. I don't remember seeing pictures of me like when I was a newborn, or if you couldn't see what my eye color was. But I'm pretty sure all cats have blue eyes when they're born. And then, like, after a few weeks, like, they change into whatever color. Some cats still, when they're grown, still have blue eyes, obviously, but because I think Beijing does. Beijing's eyes are blue. But Pook and Bam have yellow eyes. Ancient Discovery says, I have an 11-year-old black cat. I've had him since he was a baby. I mean, man, cats are the best. I love cats. I'm really happy because I was meaning to ask you about those people that took those kitties. I'm like, they are taking care of those kitties, right?
Yeah.
Or is anybody what are they gonna do about that house over there? It's still sitting there.
I remember it's out of my hands.
I know. It's like we're not worried about it, but it's just like I keep seeing it like out the window, and I'm just kind of like, I wonder what's going on with that. I'm presuming they're gonna sell it, but
they're paying on the bills. They're paying all the bills, and it's going. Hold on, Tim's. I can't listen to that shit now. Tim's sending me messages.
Oh.
Audio messages.
Zach says, I keep thinking we should get another pet, but right now I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Every time somebody's like, oh, I've got this cat, and I'm just like, God damn it. I want all the cats. You know what I mean? I know we can't logistically have all the cats.
I was checking my mail. Everything's good. Man, my shipments are fucking all hung up.
I know, I'm sorry. Because I'm not going to lie, it's like, I know, like, cats are a lot more... I feel like they're less maintenance than a dog, but they're still maintenance, and they're still not cheap. I mean, especially our cats eat a lot. Holy crap. And, of course, they don't all like the same treats, so you have to, like, buy them different. Like, Bambi has decided that her favorite thing is... I can't remember what the brand name is, but it's like this kind of... It's this stew, like, in a packet. And she loves that shit. Stinks. Oh my god, it smells so bad. She loves that shit. and a box of them, which has 30 packets in it, is $34. You know what I mean? But it's just like she wants like 2 or 3 of them a day. You can't like let her have that many.
Okay, so the show has devolved into kitty videos now. We're gonna have to do something.
Why?
What are we talking about? What are we talking about here? Do you guys?
We're not. Yeah. You're allowed to talk about cars, but I can't talk about cats. Okay, I gotta go pee.
No, I'm just saying the fucking. This is a live stream, and we're talking about kitties now.
So.
Okay.
Other people are talking about kitties too.
Okay, they're talking about kitties too.
Why is that any less legitimate than talking about cars or what the hell you were talking about?
I don't know. Okay, all right. All right, now you all got me in trouble. Okay. So, I don't know. Fucking a whole bunch of new fucking movies coming out that I've been watching that look pretty good. I saw a trailer for a movie that I wanted to see. And it's about some people that their whole block has now been moved. And they're now in the fucking dinosaur age. You got the fucking block there. And it's just like and they show this, I think our whole neighborhood has been moved. And they fucking pan back on it. And it's got like a round circle where it's just been cut like a laser beam. And then planted in the middle of a jungle. And they got fucking dinosaurs running up and down the middle of the fucking street. And I saw that, and it looked pretty good. I forgot the name of the movie. If you guys know what movie I'm talking about, go ahead and drop it in the comment section. But I do think that they have some good movies coming out this year. Did you see the fucking trailer for that shit?
For what?
It's a normal family. It looks like it's in the 80s. And it's an 80s type setting. Looks like something like out of fucking that series with the fucking Underside. What was the name of that fucking movie?
The Upside Down? Stranger Things?
Stranger Things. It's kind of like that. And it just shows the dude saying, I think our whole neighborhood has been moved. And they show it. And they show the neighborhood. And it's got like a clearly cut round pattern on the side of the neighborhood. And it's in a different elevation and everything. And they're in the dinosaur age. There's dinosaurs running down the middle of the street. Did you see that thing?
No, I haven't seen it.
It looked pretty good. It was a trailer of a new movie coming out. They got a whole new batch of new movies coming out.
I still want to see Undertone. I've heard that that's really good.
What's that one about?
It's like a horror movie, but it's like an audio-based horror, and I've heard it's like super creepy. Roxanne told me about it, and I was just, she always has good recommendations because she sees all the new horror shit.
Yeah.
It's still at the theater. Like, I just haven't been to the theater. You know what I mean? Because everybody's saying, see it in the theater. It's like way better because it's like, you know, the sound and everything because it's very sound forward. I mean, I'll eventually get around to it, but what was the other one that, oh man, the dude that made Oddity and Caveat has a new one coming out called Hokum, I think. And I really want to see that one too because, man, Caveat and Oddity were so fucking good. What's that dude's name? Damian McCarthy, I think. He's an Irish guy.
No, I haven't heard of that one.
I reviewed both of those. Oddity was actually one of my favorite horror movies from 2025. That movie was creepy as fuck. And it had like one of the best cold opens that I've seen in a horror movie in a long time. That shit was like super, super tense and super frightening. It was just really, really well done.
Well, I think this year and next year is going to be a good fucking year for movies. Based on the fucking trailers I've been seeing. And what some of the channels I've been watching are saying. They said a bunch of new movies are coming out. And they're going to be good. They're going to try to give us new horror. Like those movies we were watching the other night. About the dudes that went through that damn black square.
Yeah, that's a series. That's from like a couple.
Yeah.
I think I don't know what year that's from. Like I said, I talked about it earlier. If any of you guys have seen, I had never heard of it before, but it's called Tales from the Void. And it's a horror anthology series that's based on stories from the No Sleep subreddit. And they adapt them, and then at the end they talk to the person that wrote it. Like they interview the person that wrote it, which I thought was kind of a cool idea. And we just watched 3 of them, and yeah, those were really good. Like they did one that was based on the Black Square. They did one that was the original story was called I used to hack baby monitors, but I learned my lesson or something like that.
Yeah,
they changed the name of it, but that was a good one too. And then the third one was called Pro Life. The original story was called Pro Life, and that one was also really good. So I'm gonna keep watching that. It's on Amazon Prime. I just saw it because I watch a lot of horror anthologies because I love that shit, and so it kept getting recommended, and I was like, man, that sounds kind of good because I like a lot of those no sleep stories. Like, there's a lot of really good stories on there.
Well, some of the new stuff that I've been seeing is kind of like along that lines.
Yeah.
It was edgier and kind of like better respect for horror and sci-fi. And I think it's because Weapons did well.
Yeah.
Remember how well Weapons
did?
Which that was a good movie. So now it looks like they're trying to get asses back into seats again. I don't know if they'll ever really bring the theater back to like it was. But man, we had fun in the theater.
Well, see, I like going see. I like going. It's just the theater's far.
It's far.
It's like if we're gonna go see a movie, it's literally like an all day because it takes like half an hour to get there, and then and then you see the movie, and then by the time you go home, it's like nighttime.
And we had that Stubbs fucking
where
you could see 3 movies a week.
Actually, it's 4 now.
4 now, yeah. Which that was actually a good deal.
It's a really good deal.
Is that the movies weren't good enough to where you couldn't have 3 really good movies.
Yeah, there wasn't like 3 movies you wanted to see every week.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they'd just be holdovers from last week, or there was just one new one and you didn't give a shit about it or whatever.
But if there were 3 or 4 really good movies a week, then fucking that would be worth it. And my only complaint, and we were doing AMC theaters, which is a fucking great theater, man. Real high end where we were. You could even go into the Dolby Theater.
Yeah, the one in Altamont's actually pretty nice.
Which was fucking great.
They got a bar and everything.
The only problem is that the fucking the prices for the fucking snacks was too high.
Well, we always wait. We just go to CVS and bring in our own snacks.
But we have to cheat. Yeah. But the thing is that I won't really want to cheat. I would like to pay CVS prices for the candy at the theater.
But see, that was another thing that was nice about the AMC Stubbs A-list thing was that I'm sure it's probably more expensive now because now they let you see 4 movies a week. But they would, if you saw so many movies and got so many points, they'd give you $5 off. Yeah, like snacks and drinks and stuff. Really so sometimes you get snacks for free.
Yeah, but you had to see a lot of movies to get that.
You did, but like I said, we were doing the show then, so we were going like.
But I was also cheating and fucking buying candy from CVS.
Because CVS has them like two for $3 or something, like 2 big boxes of candy.
Yeah. Now, if it was $1.50 or $2 for a big box of fucking Juji fruits or some shit like that, I'd pay that. I'd give them their money.
Yeah, I would too.
But I'm gonna pay fucking $5.50 or $6 for a fucking piece.
It's like, look,
Are you fucking crazy?
I love chocolate covered almonds as much as the next bitch, but it's like I'm not paying $6.
Yeah.
When I can get them at Dollar General for $1.50.
They're stupid. If they were to actually lower the prices of that shit, they would sell more of it.
Yeah,
and they would probably make money.
They argue that it's like, well, the margins for actually showing the movies are so low that it's like they have to make their money back by selling the snacks at like a significant markup, which I understand that.
You need to just sell more snacks.
But I kind of feel like, maybe if the snacks were cheaper, more people would buy them.
Yeah, then more people would come to the movies.
Because I can't imagine like going as a family, like if you're going to go see a kids movie or something like that, that's like $100.
Yeah.
Like just going and getting snacks for all the kids easily.
If you're that fucking retarded to where it costs you that much to do the snacks, cut the snacks in the snack bar all to fucking gather. Just don't even have it. And let people bring their own snacks in.
Yeah.
Then you wouldn't have to worry about it.
I mean, for all intents and purposes,
focus on something.
They don't really care if you bring your own snacks in as long as you're not like overt about it. Because it's like we sneak in snacks all the time.
I'm walking and I got that shit in my pocket and it's going.
It's like jangling. It's like.
And Jen's looking at me sideways and shit. I go, I know, man. It's fucking red hot. Shh. Red hot's bouncing in the fucking.
Get quieter, candy.
Fucking, you know what I mean?
But
it shouldn't be that way.
My snow caps are not quite that noisy. And I can just put them in my purse. Like, he doesn't have a purse. So
what I would do is, if I was them, if you're going to try to fucking scout people, because I know you have to pay for the employees.
Yeah, of course.
But if you were to get rid of the employees, you don't have to pay for them. See? So then it cancels each other out. Just let people bring candy in. Don't sell candy at all. You know?
Yeah.
And just say, fuck it, you bring in whatever you want. And then you might be able to fucking trick that around and say, okay, we got a robot selling popcorn. I can understand that.
They could just do vending machines.
They just do a vending machine.
I mean, they already have a vending machine that sells candy in the movie theater, but the candy is the same price as you would pay for it at the.
And you have a robot that sells popcorn. The tub of popcorn's $3, $4. I would think that would be. I would think that you could do that. Because shit, you don't need any people at those fucking They don't need any people at a fucking AMC theater, really. It's a robot that decides what's going to be on the fucking kiosk outside. You know what I mean? The fucking sign. What the show's going to be. The hours. AI is.
I mean, as long as somebody was there to program everything, they could just program it.
They don't have to program it. It's done from a central fucking place.
That's what I'm saying.
It's AI
so
doing it. Yeah.
It would just be.
The whole theater is a robot. You only need one person with a fucking broom sweeping up. You know what I mean? And cleaning the fucking bathrooms. That's all they need.
Yeah, they need somebody to clean up after.
You know, and if you were to get rid of the fucking concession stand because you're scalping at the concession stand anyway, just get rid of that. Just have vending machines.
Shit, AMC has like whole ass food in there. They got like pizza and buffalo wings and like I said, they got a whole ass bar like with cocktails and
but
shit.
If you look at the prices though, you're like fuck that. They want what $35 for buffalo wings? Crazy?
They're not that much.
Yeah, it would be like $35.
But like I said, if you do have like the membership, because one of the things that I liked about the membership, other than being able to go, and I think when we did it, I think it was $20 a month.
Yeah.
And you could see 3 movies a week, and you could see anything, Dolby 3D, it didn't matter. Like you could see them for free. And also, like once you went a certain number of times, and you didn't have to go that many times, they would give you a $5 coupon, like so you could get snacks for like $1. You know what I mean? Because you get $5 off. And it was like, it stacked up really good. Like, I thought it was a really good deal. It's probably more now, but you do get to see 4 movies a week. But like I said, the movie theater, the AMC for us is 18 miles. It's about 18 miles, the one in Altamont. Which is the closest one, which is a nicer theater. Like, we have another one in wherever the fuck that is, Leesburg. Which is about the same distance, but it's not as nice. The theater isn't, and it's smaller. But like, so we would always go to the Altamont one because it has a big mall and there's a food court and all this other kind of shit. But like, and they have a Dolby theater, which the other one doesn't have.
Jiggly Toots she's being negative. She thought Weapons was overhyped, just like Black Phone. Didn't see Black Phone.
I liked the first Black Phone. Yeah. I didn't see the second one. I will see it eventually because I liked the first one.
For me,
I loved Weapons. That was like my second favorite horror movie of last year. Bring Her Back was my favorite. I thought Bring Her Back was like fucking impeccable.
For me, Weapons wasn't overhyped because I had no idea what I was going to go see.
Which I feel like that's the best way. That's the best way. I like to go see horror movies.
It's totally cold. Jen just took me to the movies.
I said, I want to see this.
You want to see this? That's okay. I didn't know anything about it.
It sounds kind of cool. Like, I'd seen the trailer.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, intriguing.
And I was like, okay, this is a horror flick.
But I like to not even see the trailer.
I liked it.
I like to not even see the trailer.
Yeah. I didn't even see the trailer. Didn't know anything about it.
The only way, how I go, like, I just try to get, like, a feel of, like, the zeitgeist. Like, our other horror nerds like me, is everybody digging this? Good. Don't tell me what it's about. Don't tell me anything. I don't want to see the trailer or nothing. I just want to go see it.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know what it's about. I just want to watch it. I like to approach most movies that way.
I enjoyed it. I didn't know what to expect. You're not talking about Close Encounters of the Third Kind or anything like that, where it's a big epic tentpole flick like back in the 70s. It was just a really good B movie. I felt it was like a B movie. But a good B movie. I thought the writing was pretty cool. It was entertaining. Had a bunch of weird shit that happened in it. I was kind of mystified. What the fuck is happening here? And it turned out it was witchcraft.
But see, like, that's the best thing for me.
All right.
I love the feeling of, like, going to be like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah. You know what I mean? I like that because you want to know.
Yeah.
Like, if you didn't want to know, then it's like it'd be a bad movie because you're like, you don't give a shit. But it's like, if you really want...
It seemed like there's been a long... that kind of shit's been going on for a long time. Like, that one black director did the one about the fucking all the people underground. It was kind of like that. What the fuck is going on?
Jordan Peele.
Yeah, Jordan Peele was...
You should see Get Out one of these days.
Jordan Peele was doing
You would
things
probably like Get Out.
Was kind of doing stuff kind of like that, too.
He did Nope also.
But...
that was a weird-ass movie.
Yeah. It's just a weird thing cinema is going through because, let's face it, cinema's ancient.
Well, yeah, more than a century old. It's a century-old art form.
It's basically, if you actually look at the fucking fine print, cinema is technologically obsolete. You can watch all this shit from home in equal quality on a gigantic large screen with the fucking headphones on, and you're drinking and you're pausing it and going to take a leak and you come back. You can do all this shit, and it's a brand new movie right to your fucking home through all this streaming capability that you have now. So cinema is technologically obsolete. You're doing it because there is a weird ritualistic experience of fucking, let's go to the movies. And you drive, you get your candy, you go and put your candy in your pockets.
I like doing
smuggle
that
it in because it's too expensive. Fucking
the only thing that ruins it is other people. Like, if other people are talking or like on their phone or rustling, they're fucking like, shut the fuck up, this isn't your fucking living room.
Yeah.
Oh, it makes me so mad.
Then you're going through all the trailers of the fucking coming movies, which I actually like the trailers because sometimes they show shit you want to see.
Yeah, I do too. Well, that's the whole reason they show them.
Right.
I like I don't like the commercials, but I do like the trailers.
You're right. The commercials are fucking get to you. They've really become partial to the Dolby Theater. It's a better seat, better fucking sound,
comfy recliner.
Yeah, better audio system. So there is something kind of ritualistic about going to see a show. It harkens back to like going to see an opera or a play in a theater.
Well, the reason it
makes it feel a little bit more official in a weird way.
Well, the reason I like it is, the reason I like it is because you're in, I mean, hypothetically at least, because I know some people fucking don't, but you're in a room in the dark, you're watching it the way it was meant to be watched, and there's not any other distractions. Like, if you're in your house, I mean, it's nice watching them at your house too, like, because you can just get whatever snacks you want, you can go to the bathroom when you want, you're all in your comfy jammies or whatever. Like, I get that. But the thing about it is, when you go to the theater, you're not on your phone, you're not distracted by other things, you're just watching the movie, you're like immersed in it, hopefully. That's kind of what I like to go to the movies to do. I like to just watch it and get immersed in the story without a million other things going on in the background, which is why other people doing shit that breaks my immersion makes me want to punch them into the sun. Because you know what I mean? I was like, if you were going to be this way, stay home and watch it on streaming. And then you can make as much fucking noise as you want, or look at your phone all you want, or yap all you want. If you're in the movie theater and you paid an exorbitant amount of money to watch this movie in the movie theater, why the fuck can't you shut up? I don't understand that. But yeah, it's a pet peeve of mine. You know what I mean? If I could punch those people and get away with it, I would. But unfortunately, I cannot. I have told people to shut the fuck up, though.
Yeah, the fight nearly broke out one time.
And I remember what movie it was. It was Antlers.
Antlers, yeah.
We went to see Antlers, which was a very quiet movie. And there weren't, there's not a lot of noise. It's not a real noisy movie. It was a very low-key, slow burn kind of movie. There weren't a lot of people in the theater. And I wanted to see it. Like, it was okay. Like, it ended up not being great, but it was, like, pretty good, and I still wanted to watch it. And these two old-ass people, boomer people, at the end of the aisle, they were way down the end of the aisle, talking the whole fucking time. Blah, 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 blah. The whole time, and I could just hear it.
Yeah.
And it was driving me fucking crazy. And, like, finally, I was just like, this isn't your fucking living room. I was like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
They eventually left. And then they got mad at me. And I was like, watch it at your fucking house. Damn. I don't understand why people can't shut up for fucking 2 hours.
Some people aren't cut out for it.
It makes me so angry. But it's like, but you pay so much money to go. Like, they're paying money to go.
Yeah.
Like, why can't they just be quiet? I don't understand that.
Garam J said his local cinema chain is showing a lot of the older movies. I saw the 30th.
Yeah, ours does
saw
too.
the 30th anniversary of Romeo and Juliet this evening. Going to watch the 40th anniversary of Ferris Bueller's Day Off tomorrow. Yeah.
Sweet.
Romeo and Juliet, I love that fucking movie.
They're probably
man.
talking about the
30th anniversary. That means they're talking about fucking.
Wait, are they talking about the 90s one?
They're talking about
Like the
90s
Baz Luhrmann one?
Baz Luhrmann, man, fucking love that.
Wait,
movie.
was that 30 years ago? Oh my god. I guess
Yeah. With fucking Claire Danes.
Tom loves that movie. And
Yeah,
Leonardo
I love it.
DiCaprio.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio when he was a kid, and fucking Claire Danes, that pretty little Claire Danes, and then the music in that, Gavin Friday's in that bitch, fucking singing Angel. Everything about that movie. So I remember when that thing came out. You're mentioning that for a reason. You're probably an old fucking time listener to this show. But that Romeo and Juliet, I have it on Blu-ray. I got a fucking deluxe edition steelbook of that. I love that movie. It's one of my favorite movies. I remember when it came out, I was like, how accurate is this with the drugs and the fucking homosexual undertones?
It's just modernized.
I was like, are they fucking trying to modernize this fucking movie? No, that's there.
It's all in the original text. They're
all
just
in
making
the original thing. That's there.
They're putting it in a framework that a modern audience would understand.
They put it in a visual framework to modernize it some. But the drug references, the homosexual references, all that shit is in there. And they talked about that shit for hundreds of years ago. That was noticed hundreds of years ago. It was because Shakespeare was a master. Whoever Shakespeare was. I'm not convinced there was one Shakespeare. I think Shakespeare...
I've been wanting to do a show about that for a while.
Yeah. I think Shakespeare was a brand. I think he had a lot of writers working underneath him. I think it was a big group.
I mean, once you got so famous, it's like, shit, I don't want to work anymore.
Yeah.
You underlings do it.
Yeah, you guys do it, and I'll give it the
I'll stamp my name
final
on it.
stamp, and I'll do my thing. No, don't do that. Change it. I think it was a group of guys doing it. But, no, Romeo and Juliet was a fucking classic of fucking... It's a narco cartel fucking story.
I liked it.
Of between two warring families inside Verona. Fucking, and it was there was also a bunch of shit that doesn't really translate today. It was a Catholic and Protestant fucking thing happening between two diametrically opposed families that were actually very similar. And, and then even the fucking lawman fucking, both houses are punished. That's it. Fuck y'all. Let this shit die. You have both been punished. That's what he said.
A plague on both.
Punished. Yeah, yeah. Fucking, because y'all are assholes. Y'all made this shit happen. They died for nothing. Because of y'all. Fucking. And it was just it was a protest against fucking tribalism. And fucking cliquism. Religious cliquism and shit.
Like, I get that some people don't hang with, like, Baz Luhrmann's movies, because he is...
I think he's a genius.
In the parlance of the day, maximalist. Mm-hmm. That's what they would call it. It's a lot. Like, his movies are, like, a lot. Yeah. There's, like, more.
More.
But, like, if you know...
But that's what it was.
Because, man, I don't know if I'm going to get hate for this. I fucking loved Moulin Rouge. Okay?
Yeah, Moulin Rouge was
That's,
good.
like, one of my favorite
all
movies
of his
of all
shit
time.
is good.
Like I said, it's a lot, but that's, like, his thing.
But he's renovating the source material. And
I liked his Elvis movie.
The Elvis movie was great. But that's what the source material was supposed to be in his day.
Yeah.
That's all it was. Fucking the Romeo and Juliet, the way you see it in that movie is how it was perceived back in the day in the 1500s when it came out.
I mean, that's Shakespeare wrote for a popular audience.
It was a popular audience. So it was kind of
like
it was hip,
trashy.
It was hip. It was cool. It was trashy. It was fucking
lowbrow.
It was
like now it's seen as highbrow, but it wasn't back then.
Not back then.
Not at the time that he was.
No, it was super hip and edgy.
Like, and it was popular entertainment.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like.
And it was also like unacceptable.
Yeah.
Everybody loved it, but the rich people weren't supposed to like it. It's like, oh, that shit, oh. But now it's classic English theater.
You know,
if you're around long enough, that's what happens.
that's what happens. Yeah.
Which, like I said, I think that's going back to what we were saying before about like weapons and sinners and stuff like that. Like all the Oscars that horror movies were nominated for this year, which I was very happy to see. Even though like the Oscars probably in the grand scheme of things not really that relevant anymore. But it's like it's nice for people like me that have been horror fans since I was a child. It's kind of nice to see the genre get some fucking respect, finally. Like, people actually recognizing that it's good shit. Like, I feel like it was like the redheaded stepchild for so long. Yeah. And, like, everyone just assumed that it was trashy or no good or whatever. And I was just like, man, have you seen some horror movies? Yeah. Like, but you know what I mean? It's like, there's some really... Yeah, it's a lot of shit, but there's a lot of shit in every genre.
Jared, talking about how young they looked in that. Yeah. They were young and pretty.
Yeah, it was like, what, 94 was that?
94.
Was it 94?
Young and pretty. They were in their baby prime. Yeah.
Tiggly2 says,
that was a beautiful movie.
Yeah.
And then even the dude who was the priest, who sold them the poison. Remember, if you take one, this would kill 100 men straight away. Just everything about the fucking movie was, everything about that story and the movie is, man, you make me want to see it.
Well, you can watch it again this weekend.
Yeah, it like chokes you up to be tearing. And the music, the fucking soundtrack, is fucking great to that.
Yeah, it was great. Actually, I like it even more now than I did when I saw it in the 90s.
It's aged so well.
Like, it aged really well.
It's aged so well, yeah.
Like, in my opinion. Tiggly2 said, don't you guys have a Dollar Tree? We do, but it's like, I don't remember... Where's the closest one? I know there's one over by Koi Wan, but I'm sure there's one closest. We have a Dollar General... Like, literally, like, right next door, like, within walking distance. Which is not the same as Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree is, like, kind of... Well, I don't think it's everything's $1 anymore, because inflation. But it's just... I think, like, everything is now under $3, maybe.
Yeah.
Dollar General is just, like, a regular store, pretty much. Like, everything's kind of cheaper, but, not really. Yeah. But we have one of those. Tiggly2 also says, people actually eat snow caps. I mean, I do, and I'm a people...
Yes.
I don't get them all the time. I usually get peanut M&Ms, frankly. That's my favorite. But every now and then, if I'm gonna get movie candy, I'm gonna get snow caps. But usually I get peanut M&Ms. So.
Movie candy for me is Juji Fruits.
Yeah, he gets the fruity shit.
Mike and Ike's. I like Mike and Ike's. I like Red Hots.
Blah.
Yeah, at Raisinets. The fucking chocolate covered raisins. Those are good. Snow caps are okay. They're okay.
Yeah. They're not they're not great. They're like not peak candy by any stretch. But for some reason I associate them with movies. Like that to me that's movie candy is like snow caps.
Movie candy for me is something about Juji Fruits. They're fucking sticky and they're kind of hard and chewy and they're just
and he'll eat them like cuz usually we get there early so we're sitting through the commercials so we're like, well, might as well eat our snacks cuz we're bored. Yeah. And he's like, want a Juji fruit? I'm like, no, I don't want a fucking Juji.
Fucking you stick to your teeth and shit.
I have good shit. I have peanut M&Ms. Leave me alone with that. I don't like the fruity candy. I do like Starburst, though. Every now and then we get like the mini Starburst, and those are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Graham says, aren't there 8,000 Dollar Trees in the U.S.? Probably. They're everywhere.
Yeah. But Graham J.
Graham.
Oh, what's that?
Graham
J. Yeah.
We saw, actually, speaking of older movies, I just remembered this. A couple of years back on my birthday, remember we went to the AMC and they were showing The Shining? Yeah. Which I never got to see on the big screen because I was too little. Yeah. Because it came out in 1980 and I was only...
We saw it, didn't we?
8 or 9 years old. Yeah, that's what I said. So on my birthday one year, I was like, oh my God, they're showing The Shining on the big screen. I never got to see it on the big screen. That's one of my favorite movies. Of all time, and I was just kind of like, we really have to, and holy crap, it was like a really different experience seeing it on the big screen. It was really something else.
Garam J, the whole element, the whole angle on fucking Romeo and Juliet with Mercutio. You know, in the new version, he's the black guy, Romeo's friend. That's there also in the original. Mercutio was like. He was a family retainer or a bodyguard hired by the family to protect Romeo. Because Renaissance era rich families had retainers, which is a bodyguard and friend of the family.
And in that story, in the original fucking Shakespeare story, Mercutio is saying things like, "Yeah, love isn't for me because the kind of love that I'm into is not forbidden. It's not of this world." And he says a bunch of shit, and he goes, "No one really will know who I love." You saw it in the movie. I don't remember the exact thing, but it was inferred even back in the old days that Mercutio was in love with fucking Romeo.
It was unrequited.
Yeah, that he knew he couldn't tell Romeo, and that he had to keep that shit secret because it was not an acceptable version. And then he, in a way, died. He died defending Romeo. Remember how that shit went down? But then in the end, he's like, "This is all for nothing. A pox on both of your houses. Fuck both y'all." You know what I mean?
I'm out.
I'm out of this bitch. So it's a sad story.
It is very sad.
It's a very sad story. But and in the movie they got him in drag and dancing and being, which he's a clown in the original show, in the original thing. He's not in drag in the original, but he's a clown. But they put him in drag. It's like a joke in the movie, but no, he's in love with Romeo. And most experts fucking interpreted it that way even back in the day.
Yeah, it's not far off.
That's not, so none of that shit. And then the whole thing about them taking the fucking drugs and the angels that fucking make that was there too. It's just that they don't really know what drug they're talking about. We know the names of Roman drugs, we know the names of fucking medieval and Renaissance drugs, but we know what they called them, but we don't know what they were. They didn't draw them. They didn't tell us what they were. But they were taking mind-altering drugs. And in the fucking story, they talk about taking something that gets you high before the party. We just don't know what it was.
Yeah, people have been taking drugs for thousands.
They were doing that shit forever. Some kind of probably a psilocybin, probably. Some kind of an LSD. Probably psilocybin. Mushrooms, something.
Zach says, to me, movie candy is Milk Duds. Yeah,
I love Milk Duds.
That's a pretty good... Yeah, Milk Duds are pretty good.
Milk Duds are good.
Whoppers are better, though.
Yeah.
But I'm not real into the malt flavor, but I'll take it. It's not my favorite thing, but they're right. But like I said, mostly I'll get peanut M&Ms is mostly what I get. Count Orlock says, watch Tromeo and Juliet, narrated by Lemmy. Yeah, I've always wanted to watch that one of these. Yeah, that's Troma.
Yeah.
One of these days, I'll get around to Tromeo and Juliet. We should probably review it.
Yeah.
Tiggly Cheat also says, I loved Bring Her Back. Man, Bring Her Back was so good. And like, it was the same as the, what do you call them? The Australian Philippou brothers or whatever. And they also did Talk to Me, which was super overhyped. And like, I liked it, but I didn't think it was as great as some other people did. But their second movie, Bring Her Back, was like, oh man, that deserved all the hype and more. Like, you know what I mean? That was a fucking awesome, that was like chef's kiss. That was like a great fucking movie. And that scene with the knife, if you know, you know. I'm not going to spoil it if you haven't seen it. And look, I've been a horror bitch my whole life. And I can watch a lot. The scene with the knife, I was like, nope. Oh my god, that was like fucking, that was so uncomfortable. So uncomfortable. I had a hard time watching that. I know it's fake, but I was like, ugh. Granther says, are y'all concerned AI is fixing to take over the podcast? Word on the street is only skilled trades will survive AI. Word on the street. I know whenever he says that.
I'm not really worried about AI until it happens. People like to listen to people.
And honestly, like,
yeah,
I've got to a point now where it's just kind of like, I don't know if I want to say this, but it's like, I don't really care one way or the other. It's like, look, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm just a little peon in the world. And it's like, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Nothing I do is going to change it. All you can really do is just kind of adapt to shit. And I said when I was a kid, I never wanted to be one of those fucking old fuckers that was every new thing that came along. Oh, it's the end of civilization. Oh, no. What are these young people doing with their avocado toast and blah, blah, blah. Like, I never wanted to be one of those fucking boring-ass motherfuckers. So, I'm always kind of like, everything that comes along, every new technology that comes along, is going to have upsides and downsides. It's going to have stuff that we have no idea what the implications of it are going to be because you can't foresee it.
We have already been accused of being AI already.
That is hilarious.
We had somebody going.
I mean, is that better or worse than me being accused of being a man?
Yeah, right.
Because I've got that a lot.
She's got that too. That she's a man.
I told that to my friend at the club because we were talking about Ozempic and all the hormones we were on and stuff. Because she might be slightly younger than me.
She's our age.
But yeah, she's kind of a similar age.
Yeah.
And her husband always come to the club and we always talk to them and they're super nice. And so so we were talking about all that because she's like, yeah, I've been on Ozempic, but it's not really doing anything. And I was like, yeah, I went on it, but I lost like 9 pounds like immediately, but I feel like I'm going to barf up my lungs like all the time.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I don't feel like eating, so that's probably helping. But so we were talking about that, and we were talking about all the different hormones, and she's like, man, it's like you feel so much better like on man hormones. And I was like, tell me about it, right? Like when you're on the girl hormones, because she was on the same as me. She was on like estrogen and progesterone, but she's like, I can't take progesterone, man. It makes me feel like a psycho. I'm like, same. And I was like, I take it once a week now, which seems okay. But when I was taking it every day before, I'm like, no, I felt like a crazy person, and I'm like, I don't want to feel like this anymore. Female hormones, you don't want to feel like that all the time. And that's the thing. It's crazy to me because that's the hormones that you live with.
Yeah.
But once you're past menopause, you're like, I don't want to do that shit anymore. I felt like crap my whole fucking life. I don't want to feel like that anymore. So it's like, so you're relieved, like when it's over. So when you go back on estrogen and back on progesterone, I'm like, I don't want to feel like this anymore.
Yeah.
Like, cause it's terrible. It feels bad.
Yeah.
And when I was on the male hormones, it felt so much better. I was like, oh, now I can see why guys are such douches, because it's like they're confident. They just like they don't care about anything. I'm like, nice. All right, I could get used to this.
Yeah.
But
Jen wasn't on male hormones per se. She took a little bit of test and nandrolone.
Yeah. But you know what I mean.
It wasn't male doses.
No.
It's
I
like
didn't. It wasn't like a.
Yeah, Jen's voice kind of deepened and got a little rougher.
It did.
But that wasn't from testosterone.
That wasn't testosterone.
That was from Winstrol.
Winstrol did that.
She's doing Winstrol, yeah, which is a fucking pretty good endurance fucking steroid. Because when you get older, we know what we're doing, but when you get older, everybody has slightly different reactions to things. When you get older, you want to take hormones, and you want to take certain, not real high doses, but certain doses of fucking anabolic steroids. Which anabolic steroids are they're just another kind of hormone. They're just safer. But the thing is they make you stronger. And when you take a woman and you make her stronger and she's fucking working out and doing shit, her voice is she's gonna become a little bit more like an orc. You know, rah!
I mean, I'm not averse to that.
Yeah, but there's a lot of upsides to it. You know what I mean? They feel a lot more positive, stronger, their bodies get better. It's a big
difference. It's a big difference.
Sex drive and fucking, you know.
And I wasn't even, like I said, I wasn't even on that big of a dose or anything like that. But it's like when I went back on female hormones, like when I went back on replacement, like estrogen and progesterone, immediately I was like,
you're like, ugh.
I remember. Like, because that's like I said, most women like feel like that their whole lives, and you don't like it. You know what I mean? It's
part of the problem.
It's terrible.
Part of the problem of civilization right now, especially with younger people, is that they're not educated to know that there's any difference between men and women and what those hormones do. A lot of if women and men were if women were educated from an early age to understand what the effects of female hormones are, it would help them a lot. Because it's not them. They're feeling a certain way. It's not them.
Women know that.
It's these hormones.
They know that.
All right.
And
evidently they don't now.
And I feel like a lot of women, especially if they were on birth control, knew that, because birth control for a lot, and it did it to me too. Not at first, but after a while, like it started doing it. But it'll make you a crazy person, and you're just kind of like, you don't like it. You don't like the way it makes you feel. That's why a lot of women stop taking it.
It ain't just. And here's the thing. As a dude, when hearing this, I'm like, man, these bitches are tripping. Can't be. Thing is, I've had those hormones. I've had high levels of fucking progesterone in me from taking other hormones that I've taken. There's like a lot of the side effects give you a lot of high progesterone levels. And yeah, man, you'll feel like a bitch on that. You're like, whoa.
Like I said, we're just kind of used to it because we always feel like that.
But when a dude gets hit with it,
yeah, because you guys don't feel like that usually.
You're like, oh, okay, I know what you're talking about.
Now we know what they're talking about. But it's sad that you had to actually experience it instead of actually like listening to what women says. Like, man, we feel like crap like all the time.
Right.
We're not just being babies or whining. It's like we really do feel like crap all the time.
Yeah.
Bodybuilders most of the time.
Bodybuilders who take a lot of shit, especially you start fucking around with nandrolone, which is a great, or trenbolone, which is horrible. Don't do tren. It'll flood your system.
Yeah, we're going to tell you once again, in case you...
Don't do tren.
For anyone that's new here, please do not take trenbolone.
You'll have super high levels of fucking testosterone and testosterone-like hormones in you. But the backlash is there's also going to be like a high level of fucking progesterone in there. So now you're hyper-masculine and hyper-feminine at the same time. So you feel like Superman, evil Superman. But you're also a woman and pregnant at the same time. It's the weirdest fucking feeling, man. You're so fucking confident and then you're yet so insecure. And you feel fucking great, man, but you feel like shit all at the same time.
So like I said, I told him, okay, I'm glad that he took that.
Yeah, you're like, okay,
because I said, okay, now like imagine if you were like that, but you didn't have the overconfident, godlike. None of that, but all of the other things.
All the other ones.
I was like, that's how I felt.
I totally could see
my
it.
whole life.
I could totally see it. Yeah, you feel totally inadequate.
Yep.
You feel like everybody hates you, and you feel like everything you do is wrong.
Yep.
You're, God, I fucking suck, man.
Yep.
Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah.
Like I said, I even told, like, when you were on that shit, and, like, after you went off it, and we had the big discussion about it, I talked to a couple of my friends, like Jen and stuff like that, and I was like, this, that, and the other, and they're like, oh, like, we feel all the time. I'm like, yes.
So to you girls out there, it's not you. It's just
we know it's not.
It's just that's the way progesterone.
We know it's not. It's just we know it's not us.
Yeah.
We know about hormones. We know about all that. It's just frustrating because you say about it, but no one believes you. They think you're just exaggerating or you're crazy or bloody. Because dudes don't experience it.
Most dudes have never experienced it
because they don't experience it.
They don't.
And if it doesn't happen to them, then it doesn't happen.
Well, they can't imagine it. They can't imagine it. They can't imagine it. They don't realize how much of their personality is hormonally induced. Testosterone fucking gives you a certain feeling of confidence and just security.
That was nice. I liked that.
It just does.
I was like, oh, this is why dudes are the way they are.
Yeah.
It must be nice feeling like this all the time.
And anything that's progesterone based, not estrogen, but progesterone.
Yeah, estrogen doesn't. I take estrogen every day.
Yeah.
But progesterone I can only stomach it once a week. I was taking it every day because they suggest for replacement. Yeah. They suggest because the estrogen pills are tiny. They're like this big. They suggest 2 a day of those and 1 progesterone pill, which is big.
Yeah, progesterone makes you just feel like a bitch, man.
And I was taking it every day like they suggested, and then I was like, I can't do this. It's like I'm gonna jump off a bridge or kill someone or something. It's like I don't like it.
Yeah. Now
I was like, I didn't want to feel like this anymore after I went through menopause. Like I thought I was done with that.
Now, because of culture, and what culture has told a lot of people, and culture lies to people a lot. Guys will think, well, estrogen, boy, you must feel like a woman. You're on it. Said, no, you don't. Fucking, if you're a dude with normal testosterone levels or very high testosterone levels, and then you start pumping a bunch of estrogen in your system, you don't feel like a bitch. You feel sexy as a motherfucker.
Well, men have estrogen too.
Because we have estrogen. It's just different. It's just different ratios of it.
Yeah, that's all.
And what ends up happening is you have a dude who has fucking a high testosterone level and a pretty high estrogen level. You're fucking Don Juan.
Yeah.
You're fucking walking all slinky and shit. You're like, God, this feels good. Oh, I love you. You're just hottish. If you don't have any estrogen in you and just high testosterone levels, you're actually asexual. You're like a robot. You're like a Terminator. You know what I mean? You don't really have much emotion in you. You're actually kind of cold. You're confident, but you're cold.
Like a psychopath.
Yeah, but the problem is that you don't look at women and go, yeah, I want to fuck that. You know what I mean? Or like, man, this sex is good. You know what I mean? It's just you don't have that reaction. Matter of fact, you just don't really feel all that fucking sexy. Jen's caught me at times where I had real high testosterone and real low estrogen, and you are sexually aggressive, but you're not enjoying what you're doing, and you never achieve orgasm.
Yeah.
You'll just go and go and go and go
until you get tired,
and you go, fuck it, I'm done with this.
I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, I'm going to and you never and you say, some dudes might go, well, that sounds great, you're like a stud. Yeah, you kind of, but the thing is, you're not enjoying it.
Well, you're not getting any
You're
release.
not getting out of it.
You're just it's just going on
it's
and
just
on,
a
and you're not.
And hunger and hunger, and you're not.
It's
getting
just staying at this level, and it's not.
You never reach a climax, and you never have that satisfaction feel, and you don't have the bonding feel where you're laying there going, "Oh, that was so good."
Yeah.
You never get that. But with estrogen, oh hell yeah.
Yeah, you need some estrogen.
Hell yeah, you're like, oh yeah, baby, I love you. And then you go through the whole fucking thing, and then you just all that bonding and shit. You got to have that testosterone.
Yeah,
estrogen
that's what makes
balance.
it good. You need
have
that
to have
balance.
both.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's weird is that people that don't know what we're talking about, and then what's funny is that people in universities and shit, they're trying to moralize all this shit. It has nothing to do with morals. It's all fucking hormones. With the right hormones, you will feel all this shit. Without it, you won't. No, that's toxic masculinity. No, it's just
well, you can artificially
induce
induce it also.
What's that?
Like I said, you can artificially induce it.
You can artificially induce all that.
Sure.
Yeah. Well,
hormones
at
like
our age, everything is artificially induced, because normally we wouldn't have an endocrine system that's strong enough to produce any of these hormones.
Yeah, because we're old.
We would be in death spirals. We're fuck it. But we have synthetic endocrine systems now, and we're regulating them manually by taking stuff.
Yeah.
So now we can meet or exceed normal performance parameters
and fart around with this stuff until we find
fuck
something
around
to
with this shit. And kind of sidestep certain.
Because why not? I mean,
yeah.
Might as well get some enjoyment out of life. You're only here one time.
Yeah, because we should be dying now, but we're doing actually kind of like we're doing fucking recreational hormone use, which actually can extend life, or at least extend the quality of life.
Yeah, even if you're not going to live a long time, at least you want to enjoy the years that you have. Like, you don't want to, feel miserable.
You feel miserable, oh, fuck it, I'm done. Oh, well, So we don't have that. So you understand, a lot of the sexual aggression, the feelings, the bonding, all of that is actually very dependent on what your hormonal profile is.
Yes.
And you can you can inject that if you can get the synthetic.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, we have it synthetic.
Like I said, it's it's very person dependent. Like everyone's gonna react different to shit, but like I said, I take estrogen every day. That doesn't seem to do anything bad. The progesterone was making me I didn't want to do that anymore. So like I said, I do it once a week because it is protective. You do want a little bit of that. But I didn't want to feel like that every day. But like I said, I'm really glad that you took something that was very progesterone heavy.
Yeah.
So you could understand
what that feels like.
What that feels like, because it's just kind of like, I feel like women have been saying for millennia, like, look, we feel like crap and this and that and the other, and dudes don't listen because they don't feel like that ever.
Yeah.
Because their hormones generally.
Oh man, Trenbolone kicked my ass.
But so like I said, so now that's why we are the way we are.
Yeah, I totally understand it.
Because we feel like that all the time. Yeah. And we know it's not right. We know it's bad. Like, we don't like it.
Yeah.
But it's like you don't really feel like you have any control over it, or even though you're aware of what's doing it, you know, to some extent.
I totally understand it.
And birth control made me crazy, too. Although, like, I took birth control, because birth control is largely progesterone also. It depends on what kind you get. I took it for a long time in my 20s, when I was married the first time. Because, I never wanted kids, so I was just kind of like, so I was on birth control from probably when I was about 19, 20, something like that. And I just stayed on it for years, and I didn't have any problem. I didn't have any side effects or anything like that. It didn't really do anything. And then I went off it for a time and, used other methods after I got divorced and stuff like that. And then I was using other stuff. And then I went back on it, and at that point, I don't know if it was a different prescription or whatever, but it made me pork out and it made me act like a psychotic person. Yeah. so I had to stop taking it.
Yeah.
But I didn't have that reaction when I was younger. So I don't know if it was a different formula or if it was stronger, or I don't know what the difference was.
Now, Count Orlock, he's talking about how to like Paul Di'Anno's cover of Venom's Black Metal. If that was what you sent me, I hadn't listened to it. I just saw it. I was doing another thing. I'll go back and listen to it. But I would like to hear that. I didn't know that was a cover of Black Metal. We'll see. I love Paul Di'Anno. I think he's a great vocalist. Very underrated. You know, because Bruce Dickinson overshadowed him in Iron Maiden. But I told you before, I think Paul Di'Anno albums, those first two Paul Di'Anno albums were better in some ways. I liked his voice better. I thought he was a hotter, kind of sexier sound than Paul. Even though I liked Paul Di'Anno. I liked them both. But I liked fucking, oh shit. Oh man, I'm fucking getting drunk. I thought Paul Di'Anno was kind of like a hotter, sexier sound. And fucking Bruce Dickinson, I liked him too. But it was a little stagey. But that was his sound. They were both good, but I liked Paul better.
Burly Cav says, "What's up? I always hated snow caps. Now, see, I'm not going to get mad about that because it's like, are they good candy? No. But for some reason, they're kind of a comforting movie candy for me. They're not delicious. I wouldn't buy them any other time other than when I was going to the movies. Like, it wouldn't even occur to me. But for some reason, I associate snow caps with movies, and it's kind of like comforting. But like I said, I don't get snow caps every time. I usually get peanut M&Ms.
Yeah.
Tickly Toot says you don't look AI. What the fuck? Yeah, it's. I think people
Somebody thought we were AI.
I think people just are they saying that just to be because they think they're funny or because I don't know.
No, dude thought I was AI because I said the word rape.
Oh.
And
here's what's weird.
And didn't get fucking censored.
Here's what's weird though. Yeah. I kind of feel like there's a misconception.
Yeah.
On YouTube, on other platforms, that you have to censor certain words.
Yeah, you don't.
You don't. Honestly, I don't know if it's different across the board. I have literally never had a problem. We do shows about fucking serial killers that chop up babies and stuff.
Yeah.
And we talk about porn and shit like that all the time. Hardly any of my shit ever gets demonetized. I don't know if the fact that they're trying to censor it is bringing more attention to it. I don't know. We have literally, I think a couple of my videos have been demonetized, but not usually for like copyright reasons. Like Tom will play a video and there's music in the background and it's like a copyright issue. But because of the topics, I can maybe count on one hand, like the times they've been demonetized. It just doesn't happen. I don't know if it happens with bigger shows. I don't know, but I do see like people like censoring words. Like I even see like on Reddit and stuff like that, people use and on TikTok and stuff, people can't even say the word rape. They'll say grape or like they'll say other things like that, and I'm just like,
instead of saying killed somebody, they'll say unalived,
or they'll put like asterisks and stuff. It's like I'm pretty sure you don't have to do that. Like I don't know what the algorithms for some of the other platforms are, but I've not had much trouble with YouTube. Yeah. I don't know if that's just us or if other people are having problems for other reasons. I don't know. But like I said, most of our shit has not been demonetized, and we talk about serial killers.
We've only been demonetized when I put some fucking music video on.
Yeah, and it was like a copyright. They're like, hey, you put like, and there was like part of a song that was in there that like somebody said, hey, copyright. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's like, I think that's the only times that we've been demonetized. And sometimes I even thought about, like, oh my god, this topic is so fucked up, like, we're going to get demonetized, but we never did. No. We never did.
The AI knows what the topic of what kind of show this is, I think. And they probably have us slightly shadow banned a bit. They probably show us to people who are looking for shit like this. You know? And I don't know how heavy they promote us. Because our channel doesn't grow at a...
I mean, we're still at at 17,000 or more than 17,000.
Has it consistently grown at about the same rate?
Yes.
Okay.
On average, we gain about 100 to 150 subs every month.
Okay.
And that has been consistent like for many years.
Okay.
It hasn't changed.
there's so many channels though. That's it. So.
And honestly, sometimes, like, when I'm researching some of the topics, like, I'll watch some other channel, and I'm like, wow, this is really good, and then they only have, like, 2,000 subs or something like that. So it's like, so you can't even really tell.
Yeah.
Like, quality is not an indicator. And like I said, I don't know sometimes how long those channels have been around. Like, we've been around for, like, 10 years.
I've been talking to another channel called Sumerian Scholar. He's another Army guy. He's younger than me, but he's all into Conan. And fucking, he was listening to our show about Robert E. Howard, and he was like, "Yeah, man, they always use that Robert A. Howard, that Howard photo of him when he was fat. He looks like shit." Because I know, but we were talking private and everything. He's a good dude, and he's from another Army unit. But we might I might be a guest on his show. We're gonna see.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, he said we ought to do.
Is that the guy the ones that I was watching?
He's bald. And he's got a beard. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that guy. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's bald, got a beard.
Yeah, because we were watching some other Robert E. Howard stuff,
like
about some Conan.
And his channel's actually smaller than this one, but I really like his channel.
Yeah, well, it's niche.
Yeah, it's niche. He started off with a generalized channel of a bunch of different authors, but now he's totally into, and he's a writer too. He's got his own comic book.
Yeah.
And I was telling him about what you were writing in the True Crime and shit. And he's like, yeah, and we were talking about audiobooks. But he says, yeah, man, fucking, I'd like to have you on the show one of these days. Fucking, we'll see what we're going to do. I said, all right, yeah.
Yeah, see, that'd be
cool.
We're
going to talk about Conan shit.
But see,
Conan shit and fucking warrior ethos.
But that's...
Man, I'm getting all these trouble with all these dudes. Because he says, his last show was, he says, he goes, don't take this a weird way, but if you want to be a man, you should own a sword. And he, and he had a fucking real fucking sword. If you want to be a man, you're going to own a sword. Fucking, it turned out, and I liked what he was teaching. It turned out he's ex-Army. So, But he never mentions it on the show.
Well, see, that's the type of dude that you like, because it's like low key.
Yeah, he was kind of low key.
Well, and
he's talking about swords.
I've seen him.
Conan.
I don't think I've seen anything from his channel, but I've seen him interviewed on that other guy's channel.
Yeah.
That younger guy that does all the Conan stuff.
Yeah.
Who I also like.
Well, there's one called Conan. There's a Conan channel.
Yeah.
I think it's just called Conan the Barbarian or Conan something or other. And this is the Sumerian Scholar. He's a bald guy with a long beard.
And he's real into, like, not only Robert E. Howard, but, like, a lot of the Lovecraftian circle, like, from that
classic
time.
American shit.
Clark Ashton Smith and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I listened to Clark Ashton Smith last night.
Yeah.
I was listening
And
to
it's
one
like,
of the
and he's into, like, Clive Barker and shit like that. So it's just kind of like, I like more channels like that's obviously something they're super into. Yeah. And they don't really care that much about getting 1 million followers or being engaged. Like I said, like I was saying about, and I think I said this Wednesday, where you see these channels that are trying to get more engagement or trying to get more subscribers, which I get it. Like, if they're trying to make their living that way, I'm not begrudging anyone making a living. I'm just saying that it's like they have these ridiculous thumbnails with like these stupid hyper-reactive faces,
stupid faces,
like stupid faces like that. Oh my god, this and that. I'm just like,
it's the end. It's over.
It's
We're
like,
fucked.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
I hate that shit. But and I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
But because I just wouldn't. Yeah, and the sad thing about it is that the reason they do it is because people click on that more.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't, but apparently most people do, or they wouldn't do it. It drives me up a fucking wall. But
if you want people to click, man, go back to the fucking tried and true method of just big titties. If you got big titties, they'll click on that shit. Don't do the fucking fucked up faces.
I hate that so much.
And if you don't have big titties, then
I hate that so much.
Fucking
every time I see like even if it's a channel I like,
I make a point of not clicking on that shit.
Even if it's a channel I like, I'm like, come on, bro.
It's fucking hilarious.
Because like I've seen like some of the horror movie channels, it's like their reaction like worst movie ever, and I'm just oh my god, I'm not watching that.
Yeah, it's just a diametrically opposed version of big titties or fucking fucking stockings with fucking garter belts or super short fucking skirts. It's the same. It's look at me, look at me, look at me.
And like I don't.
I'd rather just look at the titties or the garter belt because they're doing that too. At least I'm just saying. At least there's something to offer there. Fuck with the faces. Be honest. It's just
no one cares about their
no
face.
one cares. Well, what it is is that at least the girls are just they're honest. They're selling sex. That's at least honest.
Yeah, like that doesn't bother me as much because, like I said, everybody knows what they're getting.
They know what they're getting at.
Yeah, I do kind of feel like the whole face thing and the clickbaity titles.
Yeah,
that to me is dishonest.
It's dishonesty
and clickbaity and attention whory.
Yeah,
and I don't really like that. Yeah. Yes, you could argue that like the girls with the titties is also attention whory,
but it's honest.
That's what
it is. What it is. That's what it is.
So I would rather that. At least you're like, well, she's flashing her titties.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
She's
not like if you're making a video like, oh my god, the worst thing ever, and then like you watch the video and it's like nothing.
There's nothing there. Yeah,
like they're not even. You know,
we're over. It's the end. We're fucked. They're screwed.
Yeah,
fucking, it's just no.
God, I hate
and then you watch the video and it's not there.
And it's like nothing.
It's nothing.
Like I wouldn't watch them, but like I said, apparently a lot of people do. Because
those
make a lot of money.
Just put the ass there. You
might as well,
or the fucking short skirt, or the fucking or the
honestly,
fucking
I would respect you more if you just put like some titties. Just put titties or an ass crack or something.
Because at least that's something you have.
At least that's something that people want to look at.
Yeah, and it's something that you have. Yeah.
Other than just going,
yeah.
Like this fucking ridiculous. Like you didn't really react.
Big channels are doing that.
You didn't really react like that to that movie. Stop it.
Big channels that I respected are doing that now, and I'm like, oh my God, why the fuck are you doing this? You have a following. Stop with the fucking face, man.
Yeah, stop it. I hate it.
Stop with the clickbaity title.
I hate it. I was reading a thread the other day and people were like, man, I just wish it would go back to the days when YouTube would just like put a random like still from the video like as the thumbnail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you couldn't do that.
So you couldn't do that.
Yeah.
It's like now that you can make ones, it's just kind of like so.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I mean. It's like that's why for the Sidetrack show, I just have like a little design for it and then I just put random AI art or just random art that I found that I liked. Of like skulls or whatever, and it's like it doesn't have anything to do with it. I tried to put something in there that was like related to what we were talking about, but since I never know what we're going to talk about, I just put random shit in there like art that I liked.
And then Zach goes, and you go in, she's just sitting there randomly just flipping through a magazine. Yeah, that's right. It's what ass or titties.
That was from a long time ago.
Okay.
That's when he was talking about dudes like having sex going on for like half an hour or whatever.
Oh, she's ran to
yeah, because chicks are they're gonna get bored after a little while. I'm just gonna tell you. Count Orlock says I've been watching the Grim Life Collective on YouTube and they made a major life change announcement and 5,000 people unsubscribed from their channel. Yeah, it's just kind of like if you're I like a lot of YouTube channels, but I like ones that are just kind of like real ass people that are just talking about real ass shit that they like. I don't really like any of this kind of like reaction.
It's fucking lame
shit. It's so dumb.
This channel here might be a boring channel, but it's personal and it's consistent.
We're just talking about shit we like to talk about.
We have our own regulars that we talk to, and we never. You can go back fucking decade, and fucking ask us and listen to us talking. We never intended this to be a mainstream show. We just wanted this to actually just be a show of fucking like online friends complaining about shit and talking about shit and just discussing stuff. And it was really more of a kind of a vehicle to where Jen could sell some books. But even that got sidetracked. We don't care. We're just going to do the show. We have fun doing it.
We're just having fun doing it. And like I said, I just want to talk about shit I like that I'm interested in. And it's like, if people want to watch it, fine. If they don't want to watch it, fine. Like, I don't really care one way or the other. It's nice to make money on it. We do make, like, a tiny bit of ad revenue.
We do make some money here.
But not much.
It doesn't pay the bills. It's just fun.
No. It's like, it's literally, like, a couple $100 maybe.
Yeah.
Like, a month. That's it.
We might make $300-400.
Yeah, not even that.
Which that wouldn't even put that, and that wouldn't put a dent in what we fucking have here. But it helps, but...
Yeah, it's better than nothing, but it's just kind of like, we don't really do it for that.
Yeah.
And
if we made zero, we would probably stop, but...
Yeah, but it's like...
We still like doing the show.
I still like doing it. It's like, it's interesting, it's fun, it's a creative outlet, and it's just kind of like, that's the thing about it. It's like, if I knew that I had to do something to get engagement or get clicks or something like that, it would become like a job, and I wouldn't enjoy it anymore, because it would just be like a job. And it was just like boring and no fun. Like, it's like, oh, well, we have to do this topic because that's what's trending this week, or, you know, we have to make this stupid thumbnail because that's what people will click on, and you have to have this kind of headline or blah blah.
There have been times where I thought maybe we ought to do some of that trending shit, but it probably wouldn't work out anyway. Probably wouldn't make a big difference.
I think, like, in the short term it might be okay, but over the long term I don't think. And honestly, like, a lot of your old, you know, people that have been, like, with you for a long time, like,
you'd probably get sick and leave.
Would probably get sick of it because they're like, oh, well, this wasn't what I signed up for.
Yeah.
And, like, I get it because
the idea of the show was you're trying to go to sleep and you wanted something to listen to, or you're working, or you're driving. You know what I mean? You're driving long. Because I know what it's like. When I was driving to Mississippi to go fucking see my dad when he was dying, I did that twice and then back. I listened to Wang the whole time, the whole way there and back. And fucking boy, it made that trip a lot better. And so did GPS. GPS made that shit. I never made that big old long drive without GPS, man.
See, 21st century.
Man, that shit fucking took me directly there. Back in the day before we had to go through maps and shit.
You had to plot out your course
plot it out
before you left.
Yeah, but
or
no.
pull over if you didn't know where you were.
No, fucking GPS took me a beautiful way there. And I'm like, man, this is a fucking scenic ride and everything is directly there. Saved me hours.
Technology.
But I was just listening to fucking Wang and having a great time. The whole time. And I just was like happy listening to Wang and stuff, thinking, hey man, people have told me that they listen to us during their workday and shit while they're driving fucking trucks, hauling fucking gear across the country because it's a long show and it's just people
we're just
to
fucking
listen
around.
to. Yeah,
we're just fucking around.
Yeah.
Like I said, we don't script it.
No, it's all natural.
You know, like, you know, obviously if we're talking about a topic, like I have notes and shit.
Yeah.
But as you all know, that doesn't usually work out because we go off on all these tangents and whatever. I just like to have them to refer to for information.
And it was funny, we'd have some people fucking getting pissed that we're going off script. And like, look, man, just go on fucking Wikipedia. We're not, you know, if you really want to know that bad what we're talking about, you can read it in fucking 15 minutes.
And there's a bajillion other videos that will just give facts.
We're not your teachers or your parents. This is actually kind of a time suck.
Like,
that's the idea of the show.
Well, see, that's why
I kill time and to entertain you.
That's why I was so happy when I found the Time Suck podcast.
Because it's a time suck.
Because he's a comedian, Dan Cummins.
Yeah.
And he's been doing it for a while. And he does some of the same topics that we do, serial killers and fucked up kind of shootings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the show's real long. It's like 2 or 3 hours. And he'll talk about the stuff.
Yeah.
But then he'll go off on tangents, do like crazy commercials and just do bits. You know what I mean? And it's like, and it's super funny.
Yeah. I love a time suck.
Like I said, you'd probably like him, honestly.
Yeah,
like I said,
listen to the show,
the Albert Fish one is literally one of the funniest things I ever fucking heard.
Yeah.
That dude is fucking hilarious. He's like a big, he's married guy. He's got a couple kids. Like I said, he's a stand-up comedian. And he's kind of jacked, got a bunch of tattoos and stuff.
Yeah.
And he is funny as shit. He's got a super, super dark sense of humor, which I'm really into. So it's like, so whenever he does the serial killer shit, like, he's serious about it, and, like, he obviously, like, has a lot of empathy for the victims and stuff, but sometimes he'll just go off on these crazy fucking tangents. Like, the shit about Albert Fish with the...
Man, that's the craziest motherfucker of all time, Albert Fish.
With the peanut butter. If you've seen it, like, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, the peanut butter? I was eating her peanut butter and the peanut butter. Yeah,
oh, my God. It was so nasty. But, like... I still think about the voice that he did and shit like that. I still think about that. But it's like, if... I will always watch his version of something if he's doing a serial killer that we're going to do.
Yeah.
Like, I'll always watch his version of it.
Zach said, now I want to see Conan, but starring Conan O'Brien. No.
Conan O'Brien is Conan the Barbarian.
No.
I would watch that, not going to lie.
Zach, if you didn't see Whole Wide World, see Whole Wide World. Isn't it called A Whole Wide World?
Yeah. The one about Robert E. Howard.
Yeah, it's called The Whole Wide World.
Yeah.
And see that. And it's a movie about Robert E. Howard, the author that wrote Conan and a bunch of other stuff. Okay, and it's based on a book by his girlfriend at that time in Texas back in the early 30s, and she was writing about him. And man, it's a cool story. It's very sad about what happened to Howard. And I get choked up thinking about what happened to Howard.
It was a bummer.
Because Howard was a very intelligent young man who died at 30.
Yeah.
And he knew a lot of shit. He studied a lot of shit, especially in a low information time. You had to go to the library and read books to know what Howard knew. And he was writing fantasy stories that were like inspired Tolkien. He was a great American writer, and he was a pulp writer. Him and H.P. Lovecraft, they were friends.
They're probably like the two OGs of like pulp fiction and like the early.
And now I'm getting
century.
into Ashton Smith. I was listening to some of his shit. Smith is good too.
Yeah, like all that Lovecraft circle I'm into.
Yeah, the Lovecraft circle.
I like all that.
And they were cool geeks. They were the original American geeks. And the most alpha out of them all would have been Howard. He was a fucking physical guy, liked to box. He was a Southern guy from fucking Texas. And he didn't want to work in a minimum wage job, man. So he worked from home on a typewriter, and he taught himself how to write, and he's a genius. He's extremely good. And you can listen to his books on YouTube. Just go and fucking look up Robert E. Howard fucking Conan audiobooks, and it'll come up like there's one big channel. It's called fucking
yeah, what's the name of that channel?
Oh shit.
They're the ones. They do all the main ones.
They do all the main ones, and
like they've done like pretty much.
Yeah,
like,
there's about
stories.
50 Conan stories on there, and then a bunch of fucking Kane on there. What's his name?
Solomon Kane.
Yeah, what's that?
Solomon Kane.
Which Solomon Kane's another character.
Yeah, another Howard character. Yeah, we reviewed the movie.
Yeah, and a bunch of Lovecraft. But go check out Robert E. Howard.
I even read some Lovecraft on.
Yeah.
My channel.
The longest book that he has is about 3 hours long. Most of them are about an hour. And Conan is not some dumb caveman type barbarian type shit. That's the stereotype. Conan is a fucking excellent male excellent male character. He's intelligent. He's in between a civilized man and a savage. He can fucking deal in both worlds. He's very much a pioneer or an idealized redneck. He's intelligent, but he's got strength. And it's his story, and you can jump in at any time. None of that shit's chronologically ordered. Some of the stories he's young, some he's middle-aged, some he's old. And they all came out at different times, so you can jump in at any time. They're in a Conan story. And it's about how this fucking dude became king. And what he did once he was king. And how he but he is destined to become king one day of Aquilonia. In the Hyborian era. Which is a prehistoric age undreamed of. It's even some dinosaurs still alive. They call them dragons. It's a great time. It's probably, they're talking about 15,000 years ago. Yeah, probably what they're talking about. There's even ape men that have evolved into apes that have evolved into men and then devolved back into apes. They got all kinds of weird shit in this fucking book. Very fantasy, and Tolkien loved it, and he fucking based the Middle Earth on Howard's writings, and he died at 30. This is a very young man. And as a professional soldier and shit, I'm listening to what he's talking about, and this motherfucker knows his shit because he read about how the Native American Indians mercenaried themselves out to the British and the French, and all that shit's in there. It's just recast as the Hyborian age. So, highly recommended. And it's a good listen. And it's a good thing to listen to if you're falling asleep. You fall asleep there, and then if you fall asleep, you can always go back later and listen to it to finish it. I've been doing that, and also been listening to fucking H.G. Wells. I like Wells, too. He's really good. I think Wells might be a little bit better, but he didn't write as much, and it's not quite what he's talking about. Wells is more plain-spoken, more direct. Lovecraft and Howard are kind of very stylized because they're pulp writers. They're getting paid by the word, so they are very wordy. their sentences are very long and overcomplicated because they can make more money on them. And Wells wasn't going through that same thing, but they're great authors.
Yeah, I always liked a lot of H.G. Wells stuff.
Yeah,
you might also well, I don't know. I was like, you might like Arthur Machen too, but I'm not sure. Especially, he wrote a great fucking story called The Great God Pan, which you might like.
Yeah.
It's online. It's free. Camp Guy said, funny how a podcaster mix of personalities has to kind of gel for your particular tastes. I watched 3 dudes on one podcast I really like together, but when the main guy does his other podcast, just doesn't gel, even though it's the same format. Yeah, it's the same kind of thing. Like, I think as far as multiple dudes on a show, I really like Last Podcast on the Left. I love God Awful Movies, which is usually 3 guys. Sometimes it's just 2, but it's usually 3 guys, and they review. They're atheists, and they review Christian movies, and they like make, and they're long, like they're 2 or 3 hours, and they make like jokes about these horrible Christian movies, and that is really funny to me. But yeah, it kind of has to be all of them, like, for the dynamic. You know what I mean? So like when they have a different guy on there, it's not quite the same.
I like Fleckus. I think he's a good guy.
Counterlock says, what I love about 13 O'Clock is Jenny loves the same kind of movies as I do.
Yeah.
And Tom grew up loving the same metal music I listen to. There are movies I've never seen, but recommended by y'all. Yeah, and like I said, I try to I haven't seen everything by a long stretch, but I do try to see a lot of older horror. I'm trying to keep up with new shit too, but it's hard. And a lot of shit comes out, and I try to get recommendations from people, but it's hard to keep up with everything. You know what I mean? But I have seen a lot of the old shit though. And I realize I have a very specific taste, and I will say that when I review movies, but because I get my tastes are very idiosyncratic, and not everybody might like the same shit as me. You know what I mean? But, Counterlock says, Jenny, I got another recommendation for a show, Graham Parsons. Yeah, I kind of vaguely remember that name. I did write it down, though, so I'm going to put it in my on my list for the next thing. Yeah, Fleckus Talks, that's just 2 dudes commenting on ridiculous videos of people. Yeah, as a rule, I don't watch a lot of stuff on YouTube. Usually, if I watch stuff on YouTube, it's going to be a research, all documentaries about whatever topic we're doing, or I watch a lot of horror shit. There's a lot of horror shit I like. Other than that, I'm kind of thinking of YouTube shows that I like. I like Lazy Masquerade. Who does creepy internet stuff, usually true crime or just creepy internet shit, creepy websites or whatever. He's South African, I think, maybe. But he's got a good voice, and his videos are really well done. I like some stuff analog horror, Nexpo. I like that. But usually I just watch horror shit. I don't really like a lot. I don't like reaction videos much. I know a lot of people like those. I'm not really into it.
I like reaction movies if it's foreign people looking at classic
I do
movies.
Kind of like that sometimes. That one guy, the one group that you showed me that was I don't know where those dudes are from, but that are watching American movies from the 80s.
Yeah, the Indian guys.
The Indian guys.
Yeah, the Indian.
That's pretty. I think that's kind of interesting because it's interesting to see how they react to something culturally that they didn't grow up with. And it's weird because of the ones that I've seen, which isn't a lot, but it's they are responding to it pretty much exactly the same way as an American would, even though obviously they're watching a version that's dubbed into their language. It's not in English. So it's but they still know what's going on, and it's they react to it the same way an American
would. The ones
would.
that those guys the movies that those guys liked the most, what I noticed that they said, "Oh, this is my favorite movie," was the 2 Dune movies. They fucking love
the newer ones, the Denis
Villeneuve
ones. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Because they got the religious overtones and all the political shit.
Yeah. Okay, I got you.
They loved that. Yeah.
Those were really good.
Yeah, he's the Messiah. His ass cataract. They knew all that because they were Indian Muslims. So they were fucking big into the religious elements of that, and the desert motifs, and all the politics, and the Bene Gesserit, and all the fucking the genetic engineering that they were doing, selective breeding, trying to bring about his ass cataract and shit. Fucking, they totally fucking were into that shit and understood it. And I thought that was fucking very interesting because these are not super educated guys, but they're religion oriented and mythic oriented, so they really understood those stories and what they meant. And fucking when Paul starts to become the Messiah, basically, like, and he remember Stilgar's going, he is the fucking his ass guy. You know, he's just too he's too humble to admit it. They're fucking falling into all that. They're going like, yeah, he is. And they just loved it because that's the mythic storytelling they're used to.
Yeah,
and that's what it's supposed to be. Frank Hubert knew exactly what he was doing. They love that story, and I just thought that was very interesting from cultural.
But they show them like I always think it's more interesting to show them stuff that's like that you wouldn't think necessarily would translate across cultures.
Yeah.
But it still does.
Yeah.
Like they would show them stuff like Back to the Future or The Sixth Sense or Silence of the Lambs or something like that. And like I said, I was like a lot of them really they dug them. You know what I mean?
Anybody Russian or Eastern European loved the entire Back to the Future trilogy. They were just like, yeah, this is great. And because they were all Slavic trying to get into the science. Well, would that actually... And because they over fucking thinking things. These motherfuckers were trying to overthink RoboCop. They didn't get the over-the-top fucking...
That it's a satire.
The satire of it. The corporate... They were like, I guess that would... Satire they're trying to think about it.
Satire and dark comedy is a hard sell across cultures.
Yeah,
I feel like that's one of the hardest genres to translate to other cultures.
And I'm like, dude, don't you realize that they're poking fun at corporate culture? They didn't...
I mean, it's obvious to us.
Yeah, it's obvious to us, but it's not obvious to them.
But it might not be in other cultures.
Yeah, but they liked RoboCop. They go, yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. It's logical. And I'm like, but the thing is RoboCop is not logical. RoboCop is a fucking comic book movie. It's a satire.
It's a satire
of fucking corporate culture.
Like I said,
and American culture.
It's very overtly a satire.
Right. But they still liked it, which is, I think that's weird. Their interpretation of it was different. So a lot of.
But see, like I said, dark comedy and satire are the hardest thing to translate.
They didn't quite get it the way we got it.
And one of the things that I don't know why I just thought of this. But if you guys have seen the Spanish movie, The Coffee Table, if you know, you know. Like I reviewed it on my thing a little while ago. And something that I thought was really interesting, I watched this movie and it's real disturbing. And it's like, it made me so anxious that I couldn't even sit through the whole thing, like in one go. I had to stop it and like get up and like walk around because it was freaking me out. And then I noticed that in its native country, it is listed as a black comedy. And I'm just kind of like... I was like, this is a black comedy? I'm like, I guess I kind of see it, but holy crap, that is a pitch black comedy. I was like, it's kind of not funny at all. It's uncomfortable funny. But I've noticed like a lot of Spanish horror movies I watched are... real dark. Like I said, like fucking, like we do dark comedy too, but it's like they're like, hold my beer. Like they will do a real fucking dark comedy. We don't usually do dark comedies about decapitated babies. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. That was a fucked up movie that I do not want to watch again. I get it, but yeah, like I said, it doesn't really translate. But yeah, it was interesting to me. I don't know. It's just, when you were saying about Back to the Future, it kind of reminded me of earlier. I saw somebody had posted, I think it was on Reddit, like in a film subreddit or something, and they were just kind of like, they were doing a paper on 80s high schools or like 80s high school movies and like how that translates to real life. So they were young and they weren't alive in the 80s. So they were asking people who were alive in the 80s. They said, how close were John Hughes movies, for example, to your high school experience? Or if they weren't, like, what movies do you think captured your high school experience the closest? And there was obviously, you know, America's a big country, so there was like people all over the place. And a lot of people were saying, well, you know, if you grew up in kind of upper middle class suburbs, especially in Illinois, because that's where the John Hughes movie was set. That's where he was from.
Me and Grandpa was growing up in Michigan, partly.
They're like, it was fairly similar.
Yeah.
You know, some people obviously that were from more urban areas or from the South were like, well, it wasn't exactly the same. We still kind of related to it. I still kind of related to it, even though it wasn't exactly the same. But a lot of people said that they thought Fast Times at Ridgemont High was much more accurate, which...
Wild ass California.
Yeah, and that's set in California. Yeah. I think probably, to an extent, I think that probably was more realistic, even though they're always, you know, it's a movie, so it's obviously going to be more exaggerated.
For me, more like Breakfast Club.
Yeah, a lot of people did say Breakfast Club was fairly accurate as far as the clicks and everything and stuff like that. A lot of people said, well, the clicks weren't quite as pronounced, but, like, you know, sometimes people would hang out, like, across clicks and stuff, which also I found to be the case. But it wasn't that exaggerated. I found Breakfast Club not that exaggerated. Some of them were, just because... I don't know. I think I kind of related more maybe to Pretty in Pink, even though the crazy thing about that was that Molly Ringwald's character was supposed to be poor.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's kind of a nice house, and she has her own phone and car, which I didn't have.
She was poor pretending to be rich?
No, well, she wasn't pretending to be rich.
Well, she had sushi.
But everybody picked on her for being poor.
In which one?
Pretty in Pink.
Oh, Pretty in Pink. I thought you were talking about...
In Breakfast Club,
she was the rich girl.
with the sushi and everything.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say.
But no, Pretty in Pink, she was supposed to be, like, working class or poor.
Yeah, okay,
like, everybody picked on her because of that.
She was just working class.
Yeah, but like I said, it's like she had shit I didn't have when I was a teenager. So I was like, she's not poor. What are they talking about?
It's a different region, though.
That's true. I mean, she was a single parent. Stuff. Like her mom had left. Like she lived with a single dad.
They had access to more stuff.
That's true.
It's not the same as the South. The South is less population density. You could get better clothes. The clothes were boring.
Yeah, that's true.
Shit that you got out of a fucking local mall. You know, during that time. So yeah, no, I understand. Look, it's getting late.
That's true. It's almost
by the time to shut this shit down. And tomorrow we gotta go to the club.
I know. But yeah, I wrote down everybody's suggestions as far as I remember for movies, and I saw your Charlie Brandt Marathon Key Strangler. I saw that, and I wrote that down too. So I wrote everything down. It will go on the list, and we will do it as soon as we get around to it. Or if it's a topic, I will put it in the polls and see how that does. Poll went up this morning. I don't remember what was on the poll. But, you know, y'all can vote on that over the weekend, and then we'll find out on Sunday afternoon what the topic's going to be for Wednesday, as usual. So, yeah, hopefully you guys had a good time hanging out with us on this Friday evening. Thank you all for the conversation. Thank you for the super chats. We are going to wrap it up for the evening. Have a good weekend, everybody. And we'll be back on Monday. Probably we will review Spring Breakers because Gramthers gave us money to do Florida Project, which we did last Monday, and also Spring Breakers. So we'll probably do that one. And then we have a few other movies that you guys suggested, so those will probably be coming up in the coming weeks. But yeah, so have a good weekend, everybody. We will see you guys on Monday night. Good night.